Hey guys, brand new podcast, Fully Loaded Festival right now. Right now, if you're hearing this tonight and you're in South Bend, too late. That show's sold out. But if you're hearing this in Louisville, then on June 17th, we have a show at the Yum Center. June 18th, sold out in Dayton. June 19th, very few tickets available for Father's Day in Rochester. Greenville, South Carolina on the 23rd. That's tracking to sell out. Bristol, Tennessee on the 24th. Lawrenceville, Georgia on the 25th. It's sold out. And 26th in Brandon, Mississippi. Fully Loaded Festival. Me, David Tell, Fortune Feimster, Nikki Glazer, Mark Norman, Brian Simpson, Fortune Feimster, Big J. Okerson, Aaron Weber, Sal Volcano, Shane Gillis, Joey Diaz, David Tell. Did I say David Tell twice? I should. He's that important. I can't wait. Get your tickets at fullyloadedfestival.com. I will see you on the road. Great podcast. Let's cut to the chase. They have one of the best podcasts out there. They're two of the funniest guys I know. Being with them, I did their podcast, Are You Garbage? Today's guests, H. Foley, Kevin Ryan. Their podcast, Are You Garbage, is one of the best podcasts out there. It's fucking funny shit. I did an episode a week ago. They just cut an episode with Segura. His book is out. I should mention his fucking book. Tommy's book, I took it because I went. Did you see what I did? I was laying in bed and I thought to myself, I saw Tom said he's signing books, and I was like, I remember when I had my book out, Life of the Party, which is not a New York Times bestseller like Tommy's. I'm sure his is going to be a New York Times bestseller without a fucking doubt. It's they had 4 copies that I'll tell you the story.
Okay.
So I'm laying in bed and I see Tom posted a video. He's like, hey, I just signed 3 copies at 5th Street, Madison Square Avenue, or whatever, in New York. And I thought I should sign some books. Just in his still, I was like, I should sign some books for him out here. And then I was like, well, and then I thought, they won't tell the difference between me and Tom. Like no one, like if you don't know us, I look like enough like Tom because his picture's drawn. So I went to the Barnes and Noble on Ventura and Laurel Canyon, and I walked in and I was like, hey, my book's out. It's a big day for me. Do you guys have it? And they're like, yeah. And it's literally right up front. It's right up front. They had 4 copies and they were right up front. And I said, hey, can you record me filming it? Record me signing it? And she was like, sure. Okay.
Congratulations. We have Mr. Tom Segura. He's in the Barnes & Noble Studio City, located at 12136 Ventura Boulevard. On the south side of the street, it looks like a movie theater. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. I am signing these books, and I'm putting my nickname, The Machine, in there. I am super pumped. They're here. They'll be up front. Come grab your copy. I like to play alone, please. Thank you very, very much. And she's like, hey, today's a big day for Tom Segura. And I was like, what's up? And I signed all his books, Tom Segura, a.k.a. The Machine.
That's great.
I had so much fun doing it. I was shaking because I'm not good at not good at pranks.
Yeah, you don't
and
pranks.
That kind of stuff. I'm afraid I'll get busted, so I don't do it. So I was shaking so aggressively that the signatures are ineligible. Intelligible. You can't even read them because, and I was shaking. I brought a copy of his book. That's why it's not here. I brought it in to the whatchamacallit to show them, like, see, I have the book.
Proof.
I was shaking so, and I loved it. And I'll be doing it in South Bend tomorrow. And then I'm going to be doing it in Louisville the next day. I'll be doing it all across the country on the Fully Loaded Fest. And I will be signing books at every Barnes and Noble I ever get a chance at. Oh, anyway, go get his book right now. It's on shelves at Barnes and Noble. It's called I'd Like to Play Alone, Please. He's my best friend. Go support him. You're going to love it. Even if you don't read the book, burn it in your fire. Who gives a fuck? What's a bundle of firewood cost?
Yeah, like $5.
Yeah, $5. What's a book? 16. Just enjoy. Tear out the pages. Read them aloud. Today's podcast. But my whole point was they just had him on the podcast. Their podcast is Are You Garbage? It is a great fucking podcast. Follow them on Instagram at Are You Garbage. That's Are You Garbage. Right now they have 32,000 followers. We've got to bump that up. If you've never listened to their podcast, you've got to listen to it. These two are the funniest fucking dudes. We went out and had lunch after this. I showed them the best fucking breakfast tacos they're ever going to have in their entire life. I absolutely love them. let's cut to the chase. Let's play the podcast. Today's guests from the Are You Garbage podcast, 2 comedians, H. Foley and Kevin Ryan. Okay, are we ready?
Who do you think killed Kennedy? What are you doing? You just got here. Jesus.
Are you rolling, Austin? All right, we're starting now.
Okay.
That used to be the funnest thing about podcasting is that you didn't think anyone would listen to it, and
I know.
you would talk fucking reckless.
Yeah.
And now it's like you fucking ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys were like you guys were like the pioneers of it. So you're like, oh, there's 1,000 people listening or whatever.
Well,
now it's like there's 4 million people listening.
I have a theory. I think that's why New York podcasts are so good right now, is because I think you guys, meaning you guys, Tim Dillon, Chris DiStefano, Giannis Pappas, Andrew Schultz, all you guys watched us start podcasting out here, and you're like, God damn it, man, they're just talking shit about each other. Wow, man, he's going off on Doug Benson.
Yeah.
And then you were like, fuck it, let's go hard as fuck. And you guys don't give a I mean, New York doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, for sure. They
It's
definitely.
No, we just knew to keep our mouth shut. What are you talking about? The trashing gets done in the car on the way home from a bad show.
That's my favorite
We
part.
play a game.
Oh, the best.
We play a game. We developed on the road, like drive. You know, you'd be like 3 hours just driving. We call Guess Who Stinks, and then you
know
pick,
who stinks.
You know who stinks, and then you pick a name in your head, and then you go, okay, go, and you
All
go
right, let's
like,
play.
all right, no, I'm not playing.
Well, let's play.
Get out of here.
And then it's a 20. It's like a 20. It's like 20 questions. Like, all right, is he a New
we'll
York
make it
guy,
safe.
LA guy?
It'll be a chick. All right, go.
All right, so you.
No pushback on that. Huh?
All of them. No kidding.
He's mischievous this morning.
Yeah,
he came in. He's looking for trouble.
No, I fucking I feel like I just want to keep my head out of everyone's sights.
Of course.
Like
Yeah,
I
of
just want to
course.
have fun.
That's our big thing. It's like, you know.
You're at all that stuff. What do you mean?
Yeah, I know. Well, you get pulled into it.
You should be sitting there not answering anybody's phone calls at the pool or something.
Dude, I'm the worst because as a comic you have an opinion on everything.
Of
Sure.
course.
And then someone just goes, you get caught off guard. You're doing some fucking interview in Rochester.
Yeah.
I remember I got
Talking about January 6th. I
Yeah,
don't know. Hey.
you're on AM radio, really letting it fly.
Dude, my problem is like I don't take anything serious.
Well, the window's already broken? I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Listen. You gotta be kidding me.
I totally could have gotten wrapped up in storm.
Yeah, dude, you were like 3 Reddit posts away from being like, maybe that's a good idea to show up.
A couple afternoons of watching TV, you could have been hooked.
Dude,
Get the bus.
It's so quick to get me to form an ignorant opinion. Like I can form an ignorant opinion so quickly. All I need is a little information. Like I had this bit that I was working on forever that I stood by, and it was that I could beat any Asian in a foot race. Now, one of the most ignorant things you could ever say.
Sure.
But here's where it starts, okay? I'm in a park. My friend Sandy, our best friends are Vietnamese. By the way, I probably shouldn't say this. I think I just might have gotten in trouble on Bobby Lee's podcast. Let's pivot out of this.
All right.
Good
Yeah,
call.
There we
start
go.
this whole thing over again. We just got out here. What are you doing?
So now that you guys have seen my house, do you think I'm garbage?
No.
This is
This place is
yeah. This is
beautiful.
fucking lotto winner vibes. This does.
This is the experience to LA, right?
Oh yeah, dude,
This
it's
is nice.
crazy.
I'm going to steal your trash cans. I'll tell you what. Got 4 wheels on them. Automated. You know what you did really good? I don't know if it was your design or if it was already here. The way the fencing set up is really good.
Really?
Just the way it's broken up, how high, like, the wooden ones, how high they are.
Well, that's
it's like
interesting.
little quadrants.
It's private, but not too like. It's not like
Yeah.
a fortress. You're like, a little
like
privacy.
I feel like out here is like semi-private. You have guests and stuff like that.
That's interesting.
But then there's the big gate right there with the beware a dog. That's where the safety is.
My wife set this up because she figured my wife she didn't want the girls. Like right now we have 6 girls asleep in our upstairs. And they're all going out to the pool today.
Right.
And they're all 18. She didn't want guys here with those girls in the pool.
Of
so
course.
she set up
It's
but I
perfect.
didn't- but
It's
I'm part
really
of-
sharp.
yeah, and so she did all the fencing and I didn't like it. I wanted one big property.
wide open.
Yeah, I wanted like
See,
that
that's trash.
JFK Hyannisport, like fucking throwing the football. Hey, over the fence, God, I wish I could have been those people.
You want to
the Kennedys?
stare out over your acres?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can't, no, you can't make that.
No,
You
you
think
can't
that
make
was
that
fun
money
in the
anymore.
60s and 70s going out to like Kenny Bunkport, wherever they went?
They were
The Kennedy
killing people.
compound?
Dude,
They're still they're on record for
Yeah, but lunch was probably awesome.
yeah.
I bet you they made a nice lemonade out there in the summer.
One of the. I bet.
How good was their food?
Oh my god!
Clean, classy finger sandwiches. This, that, and
Finger
everything.
sandwiches, nice highballs.
Or they are Irish. They could have been out there old school eating haggis
They
or
brought
something.
the men in. The men would go into one room. Hey, get in here, Daddy. I'm bad at accents. Hey, Daddy. Hey, Johnny. Robbie. Bobby.
Teddy Kennedy, Brooklyn, New York. Good to meet you. How you doing?
Okay, Teddy. Come in and.
Oh, you're getting
Of
there.
course, they go in there. That's where they have the cigars, have the snifter, all that stuff. Yeah, it's probably all right.
Never pour yourself a drink. Someone pours it for you.
I want that. I want that life. Like I wish I could drink early in the morning. I found out I can't anymore.
Yeah.
You kind of have it. If you want, you can go. You can get rent a house up there for a month.
Because
Go kayaking or whatever they did.
I meant the life where you don't give a fuck about anything. Like I really care about a lot of stuff. Like I check my blood pressure every morning, right? Every morning I check my blood pressure. Like, and I work out to make sure my blood pressure is in check so that I can drink a bottle of wine at night. But those old school guys who would pour whiskey in the morning. You know Winston Churchill? Do you know Winston Churchill's schedule?
Yeah, it was wild. The steak, the whiskey, the what? Yeah.
So I did it. I
Got
do
up, Peloton, acai bowl.
Cold bath.
He would wake up, pull up Winston Churchill's mornings if you can find this. I did this one day. I did it on Winston Churchill's birthday. I had my wife celebrate it for me. She bought fine like English breakfast china, right?
Okay.
So like a glass jar for jam, a glass butter tray. She bought me all the
Very
stuff.
nice.
Toast shelves. So like your
Those
toast
are
stands
classy
up.
shit.
I
Really
didn't
fucking
even
cut.
know they existed.
Yeah.
Dude, you stand your toast up. And then she started it off. I'll tell you my day. She started it off with I want a cigar so fucking bad.
Have one.
Have one.
But I don't want you to throw up.
What are you
Oh.
talking? I'm not gonna throw.
Do you
up.
want a cigar?
I don't. I've had like 9.
I'm not a
cigarettes already.
freshman. I just didn't want to smoke it. You can smoke one.
No,
in
but
front
I
of
feel
me.
bad. I feel bad, and I should.
Get out
And I
of
should.
here.
And that's just a
Don't.
part
I
of my
want you to
struggle.
smoke it. No,
Yeah,
I
smoke
want you
a
to
cigar.
smoke.
Smoke
I want to
it,
sit and watch Bert
smoke it.
Kreischer smoke a cigar.
So it starts with a cigar. I might have a whiskey too.
I would do a whiskey with you if you're doing a
You
whisk.
want a whiskey for real?
If you're doing, I don't want to.
Yeah, I'll do one. Oh, you want a whiskey?
I'm okay. Thank you.
Okay.
This guy's a real pussy. If
yeah,
you catch my drift,
I mean-
this guy stinks.
Look at this.
You look at him, you're like, oh, he's a party
I'm
animal.
400 pounds. It's
I
11
know.
o'clock in
Are
the
you
morning.
400 pounds?
I'm 400 pounds.
No.
388.
Okay, let's say 388.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, well-
Because I'm not 270. I'm 265. Okay.
We do a thing on the Patreon called Fat Court, where last time we came out here, it ended up costing us $5,000. We got tossed from a fucking Airbnb after one day
Because of me.
because of him
What happened?
smoking on the property. And you're not allowed to smoke he's smoking in the driveway. We were in the hills, so like it
You
was.
can't smoke on a fucking.
I guess you're not allowed to smoke.
This guy was looking for
This
trouble.
guy was nuts. He was.
Fuck him. That's so. Hey, do we have a cigar cutter, Halston?
Are those real hundreds?
Yeah.
What?
Don't you have?
Damn.
It's 10 grand. Yes.
No, it's not.
You think it would look bigger?
We just lost $10,000 in AC
For real?
on one spin.
It's
Get
yours.
out of here.
It's just fake, you idiot. Or is it? No, it says play money on it. I'm taking it anyway. There's a liquor store that's going to take this.
Yeah, no
It's
shit.
fun to have. I leave it there.
Don't think we're not
and
gonna
I
be-
don't say a
I
word.
walked in, I thought I was on like to set a blow or something. I'm like, this is crazy.
Oh, grab me those lighters.
Don't think we wouldn't be saying your name in central booking either.
Yeah.
The I fucking love. Do you see a cigar cutter? Those are all blunts. Those are mushrooms. Yeah, Andy Frasco left me mushrooms I haven't touched. You're not gonna find it in there. I'll just bite it.
Ooh, there's
But-
Winston Churchill
There's a
right
pocket
there.
knife. Would that work?
I have this pocket knife, but you'd be shocked how bad they work.
Hmm.
I have a
You
toenail
can't do a
clipper.
V cut with a. I'll see if I can do a V cut with a pocket knife.
Oh
It
my
always
God! Please
fucking-
don't cut yourself.
Dude, one time I was in.
I don't know why you have a knife.
I was in.
Anyway.
I was in. What's the name of the fucking Solvang? And Solvang. I was doing a pilot for Animal Planet,
Okay.
and I got sunburned, so I had a vitamin E tablet, and I had a wine opener, and I was trying to just pierce the vitamin E
You mean
tablet.
like the knife part of the wine opener?
Yeah, and I
Okay.
went to pierce it, and it went through my hand,
Jesus Christ!
and then I went into
Through
the-
your hand.
and then I went into not like wonk, but like Jesus Christ, but it went deep. It went deep enough where I had to go to the hospital. And I went in and I showed my hand to the lady, and she goes, "What happened?" And I said, "Stigmata."
I woke up, it was like this.
and she didn't laugh at all.
Put some ketchup on my eyes.
Yeah.
Which really freak her out.
Wait, what were we talking about right before this? Oh, so this is why.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is pocket knives never work. Any cigar guy's gonna lose their shit watching me fucking molest a
Are
cigar.
you going to eat that?
Dude, is that a thing? I don't think that's a thing.
No.
He's a madman. I don't know.
You do
I don't
play
know what
by
he's
your own
doing.
fucking rules.
Do you want to try Brendan Schaub's whiskey?
I will. Yeah.
It's really good. Halston, can we get some ice and so what was I just saying? As I fucking spit out like I just sucked Fidel Castro's dick. Oh, so
You look like a cleanup hitter with all that tobacco in your mouth.
So you wake up. I wake up. You already filled it with ice?
That's
Damn, this is
classy.
a fucking
Ice.
setup.
You grab
It
that
is.
ice chest? You see that?
The silver one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
So I love this is my favorite part of a podcast, by the way.
Damn.
While everyone's listening, going, just fucking make the goddamn drink.
you. I know, right?
So I'm
I'm gonna send mine back
I love it.
regardless.
so I woke up with a cigar. That's the first thing I got was a cigar and a scotch. 2 eggs over easy, a
they runny?
tomato. Yeah. Oh yeah. Tomato, bacon, and sausage, and a newspaper.
What time we talking?
7 in the morning.
All right.
7 in the morning.
Can I say
I have
this?
a
One
regular
thing the
lighter
Brits
if
do
you
get
want.
right with breakfast is that like grilled kind of tomato on there. That
Grilled
ain't
tomato
too
is-
shabby.
It's pretty fucking nice.
Pretty nice.
And so I've never enjoyed, I don't enjoy scotch. I'm not a scotch guy. I've never enjoyed, we'll do Schaub's whiskey.
Sure.
Rogan fucking swears by it. I had it with Schaub one time. I really liked it. So thank you, Halston.
Thank you, man.
You're multitasking.
This is a great fucking
Thanks,
setup
buddy.
you got going here.
So I've never enjoyed
They're monogram
a
too.
cigar.
They are with the K.
A little more.
Yeah, please.
I've never enjoyed
Thank
a
you.
cigar more in my life. Schaub's whiskey's right there.
I feel like I fucking work here.
I know, right?
He's like, can you
This
get
is
the weed
why.
whacker out, trim up the pool?
Yeah, that's it. Tiger thick.
I'm waiting for somebody to hand me a plate of chicken and tell me to hit the grill. The big guy likes it.
Start
well
making
done.
laps with these hors d'oeuvres, will you?
Like Mr. McDowell.
Here you go. I already worked out today.
I did not.
You did not?
I did. I went
He-
to the.
he did.
I was thinking about you this morning. I got up, went to the gym, ran on the treadmill for a little bit, then went up, jumped in the pool on the roof at the hotel. I was like, this is how the big guy does it, which is crazy.
But I feel if I had this set up, I'd be way more motivated as well. It's either the barrier to entry to start working out, to jump in the pool, to get moving.
Well,
How
Is-
great
is
is it for
easier.
you when you're here? Like
oh,
when
it's
you're
fucking
here,
amazing.
your routine. You get up, the pool's right there.
So I get up. Usually the girls are at school, so
Nice.
or I get up with them to go to school. I like to go get them coffee. It used to be donuts, now it's coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I get up, I get them out. I jump in the pool naked. I swim back and forth
Yeah.
underwater. I like to do breath holds to test, just to make sure like I can still hold my breath. Like that's the first thing that goes. is
Nobody can remotely see out there. It's completely yours.
completely at mine. No one can
Wow.
see. So I swim back and forth. It's a 12-foot pool, 12-foot deep, which is really
Yeah, they're
hard to
typically like
come
8
by.
to 10, right?
Well, usually I think legally it can only be like 6 feet now
Oh, wow.
in LA. So
Hmm.
it's a 12-foot pool. So you dive down to the bottom. You really feel like you're deep.
Oh, that's
You have to clear your ears. I swim back and forth a couple times. I get out.
You open your eyes underwater?
Yeah.
That's
I grew up in
trashy.
Florida.
Yeah,
I grew up
yeah.
in Florida.
You do it in like a hot tub
I
too?
open my eyes in the salt water. Yeah,
Whoa.
underwater. Yeah, I swim underwater in salt water with my eyes open.
You a shark?
Yeah, that's wild, dude. That's crazy.
Extra layer of gills
Yeah,
coming out.
chasing bait fish and stuff.
You don't wear contacts or anything, I assume, right? Do you have 20/20 vision?
No, it's horrible.
Yeah, it's because you're fucking.
I think it might have been from all
Yeah,
that chlorine.
Couldn't see a shark if you wanted to.
You're in the Everglades with your eyes open, dude. You're nuts, Bert. You're absolutely a crazy person.
There's so many things that I just write off. It's because I'm from Florida.
Yeah. Oh, it's so true, though. I mean, we found out from playing Are You Garbage, it's like you got to grade the South, specifically Florida, on a curve.
Florida's a definite
It's
hardcore curve.
But this is what I do love about Florida. I'm like the past year I was there like twice or 2 or 3 times. I'm like I might like move to Florida. Like I might
Florida's fucking awesome.
Florida and Texas are the only 2 states that when you land there, you go, I'm in Florida. I know I'm in Florida, and I know I'm in Texas.
Hold on, California. So the only state I've ever done that with is California.
That makes sense.
I got
too.
to California, and I remember landing.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I was in Century City, and I was coming from New York. It was the middle of the summer. It was June, and June in New York is
that is really good.
yeah. June
Wow.
is swamp ass.
Sure.
In New York,
Uh-huh.
swamp ass
Smelly.
for the day. For
Leave
the day,
hat before
that evening,
Yeah.
if you're hooking up, you better wash your dick and balls.
Sure.
Because your feet smell, your body smells. You put on clothes that morning, and you're in that outfit for the day, and it's hot as fucking shit.
The worst case scenario is when it cools down a little bit at night and that stink really starts pumping.
Yeah.
It really gets some air in it.
Dude,
Yeah.
I remember fucking a waitress, and her feet smelled so bad. And this is like where you just go, hey, can you get rinse your feet off in the shower?
Yeah, just
Shut
go.
up. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you got balls.
Whoa.
That's awesome.
I mean, it was aggressive.
Yeah.
It smelled like balloons have been left in a trunk.
Yeah, wouldn't that kill the...
You know that smell?
No, I don't know
It's
that
like it's like a rotten latex. It's really bad. It's really bad.
Yeah, that's not, especially if she's did like a double or something. And she's running around that fucking New York heat. You can't
She
escape
didn't get
it.
mad
That's
at
the
you?
thing.
No. Well, yeah, she ended up getting mad at me. It came really fast, and so
She was
She got-
fine
she
with
got-
it.
I
She was
washed
fine
my
with
feet
defeat.
for this? See, that's what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
got balls?
It was long. Yeah,
I like how you defended it too. No, what do you mean? It was bad.
it was really bad,
I couldn't last the 30
I
seconds.
was out before she had her socks on.
dude. She, I've talked about that. If you go back to me talking about like in podcasting, there's like how there's motifs. You can tell where a tell's been based on what he talks
his
about.
language.
Yeah, his language. You can tell like, I think he's been driving out to see his mom
When he drops
he's
like
got
Wakanka and
yeah,
stuff.
and you can because he has a few jokes about that area. That happens with comics is that you'll have that. There will be something a reference they always bring up, and if you go back, you can get. You'll hear me go. You know the kind of chick with stinky feet that packs a bong real well. It's like her thumb, like just a thumb that packs bongs. That's that chick.
Yeah.
That's that chick. And I think about. Anyway,
Shout out to Cheryl, huh?
wasn't her name. What was I saying?
Nothing good.
And we're back.
But yeah, anyway, that was that chick. Oh no. So I come out to LA the first time. I lived in New York, and in Florida, and as in California, in Florida, you do get hot during a day and you do get swamp ass, but you always have a pool to jump into.
Yeah.
So at some point,
There's always a bit
every
of a
day,
cleanse.
at some point in the day, you got a pool. So in Florida, the perfect example, beautiful Florida summer in Tallahassee. Go to school around noon. Meet up with everyone, play disc golf. Come back to the apartments around 4 or 5. The Simpsons would be on. We'd get fried chicken and we'd go out and play horseshoes until about 8, and then everyone would jump in the pool around sunset, have a drink, and get ready to go out that night. That was a summer. That was a Florida
I can
summer.
feel it. I can
Wait,
feel
where'd you
that.
have the pool? This is
In
college.
college. It was at the Indian Village. There was a pool in the center. Then so everyone would just end up in the pool. 7 o'clock. Everyone went up in the
Wait,
pool.
there was an outdoor pool on campus?
Yeah, no, in our apartment complex.
Oh shit,
Dude, it was.
that's awesome.
I mean, if I could time travel, I would go there for one summer night. It was so beautiful. I remember so vividly.
Just grab a piece of chicken and leave.
Dude, I remember I learned this black dude was in front of us at the chicken place, and he was like, I need ketchup, extra ketchup. And I said to him, I go, you put ketchup on your fried chicken? And he goes, you don't? And I said, no. And he goes, double extra ketchup. And to this day, I have fried
still
chicken on
do
my
it?
ketchup. To this day, I eat fried
I
chicken.
don't think I've
Ketchup
ever
on-
had it.
ketchup on fried chicken.
No.
I do so much ketchup, it's almost diabetic. I have so much ketchup, it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
And this one dude who I don't know who his name is at the Popeyes on right off
He's
campus.
responsible for it.
Dude, we would go every day and you'd eat fried chicken and watch The Simpsons. Best fucking weed at that time. Oh, I was a great fucking summer. Dating a girl, fresh out of a relationship, and just one class. I was taking one class for the whole summer. I was fucking PE or something.
Yeah.
And you
Something
just-
easy.
Oh man. I mean, like I look at my daughter's going to college next year, and I want to explain the cheat codes and be like, just so you know, there's a few like it should be fun. Like, don't make it all about school.
I didn't know any of that shit.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to Warden University, but
Where's
only for
that?
2 years. I flunked out. It's in southern Pennsylvania, but I didn't know any of that shit about like what the not get a class in the morning, not get this, not get that. No, I was terrible at it.
Wow.
Because I'm an idiot.
Yeah, he's not the sharpest tool.
I didn't know about any of those cheat codes. What are some things you would tell them?
If you don't like a class halfway through, drop it.
Oh, dude, I was dropping in that grace period. You would get like, dude, I've showed up to the first day of classes and been like, this guy sucks. I drop it like on my phone and I'm like, later.
I didn't know you could do that. What the fuck?
Oh, I'd take
There was a grace period.
Oh, no. Oh, I take a whole fucking semester.
Mhm.
I take a whole semester. See if you had an easy teacher who would give you a C. And if he wasn't, and you looked like you were failing, you go to the medical thing, go to a psychiatrist, say, my parents are getting a divorce. I'm having a hard time with it. I just can't focus on my school. Drop it.
Drop it. Yeah, they'll let you clear your
I had
schedule.
a head injury. We were at a party. I fell. I hit my head. I need to drop it.
Mhm.
I have irritable bowel syndrome. Things they can't test, right?
Yeah.
And then I dropped a lot of. I mean, I was in college for 7 years. So, but
He walks in with fake bruises
you
on
look
him.
as like someone who would know the work. Like you realize castability. You look like the guy that knows the workaround for the rules.
Sure.
You look like the guy that goes, no. You gotta take Russian. The guy doesn't. They don't give you like. I
No.
took Russian.
Sure.
And got a C, and then I didn't have to go to any class. I had a film class with my buddy Blair. This is when I was living at Indian Village place. I had a film class. I'm not exaggerating in the slightest. I was so fun. It was a great class, first of all. So it's like we were talking about movies, and I wasn't a big movie guy, but you'd watch parts of movies and then he'd analyze them.
It's better than trigonometry.
Yeah.
Or something like
Chemistry,
that.
yeah.
Big theater. I had a great seat. Like, I mean, if we're talking right now, it's
I was right next to the popcorn machine.
right now. If you look about it, it's platinum seating. If you know theater ticket prices, it's platinum seating. Like,
Recliners.
great seat. Yeah.
Wait, that's where the class was? It was in a movie theater?
It was in a theater and had big screen.
Damn.
It wasn't technically a movie theater because it had
Like
a
an
stage.
like an auditorium.
I was taking hotel restaurant management like an idiot.
Dude, but they used to let you drink in those classes.
No, you just drank.
What are
in
you
the class,
talking
bro.
about?
Florida State hospitalities, they had to walk you through wine.
Florida's different,
Florida
of
State was
course.
you should have gone to school at Florida State. Then we had a fucking blast.
Dude, he barely got in southern Pennsylvania and didn't make it. There's no way he's gonna last in fucking Tallahassee.
Are you serious?
And I played football. I don't think I would have lived up to the boys down there. I can tell you
Oh,
that.
you played football. That was the problem.
Yeah.
When you played a sport, that became your life.
Yeah.
You end up at Widener University.
Is that
Great
that's where
school.
he went.
Shout out to it.
What's
Go Pride.
pull up Widener University? I want to see some
Oh, here we
pictures
go.
of David Tell. David Tell goes one of his old jokes. It's weird. Sometimes you can't tell an old to tell joke. And he goes, I love the brochures they got here at college campuses. The Asian, the black kid, and the other minority are hanging out on the park. Sure, when does that happen? Right now, Tell heard that, and he's like, that's not that joke.
There it is.
It's a beautiful campus.
Beautiful.
Southern Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Better than Northern Pennsylvania.
Of course.
Northern
But also,
Pennsylvania
if
can
you
get
know,
sketchy.
there's not much in South. It's like Philadelphia,
it's right by-
a landing
it's right by
strip, and then
Delaware.
Delaware. It's not like
Yeah, that's beautiful.
But we had a good time.
Did you
A little too good. Yeah, it was
smoke
awesome.
weed?
Smoked a little weed.
Coke?
Not in college, no.
Out of college?
What the fuck?
Have you done coke?
yeah. He's
What are, you,
had,
what,
he
are you,
had-
what are you applying for a government job?
I know. I don't know
The
why
fuck
you're.
are you?
I
what
don't
are
know
you
why
hiding
you're
from
clamming
us?
up.
Yeah, man, I've been riding the lightning for a while. I don't know what to tell you, all right? I'm a fucked up kid, okay? I turned to some things. I made some mistakes.
I made some mistakes.
Yeah, first time I did it was New Year's Eve. It was in college. And I remember thinking, this is the greatest thing of all time.
Right?
Yeah. 15 years later, still said the
cocaine-
same thing.
All right, list the things that live up to the hype. Pussy.
Pussy's pretty cool.
Pussy lives up to the hype.
My thing about I was just thinking about this the other day. It's still awesome. Like how many times I'm married and I'm like, this is every time I'm like
Every
in the
time.
middle, I'm like, this is the greatest thing in the world.
Pussy's as good as Fletch. Every time it's fucking awesome. That's not a bad joke.
It holds up.
It holds up.
It holds
It
up.
holds
It
up.
holds up. Have you had
Pussy's
it?
as good as Star Wars.
Have you had it recently? Holds up.
Dude, Pussy, the first time you entered Pussy unprotected, it was like you could hear
It changes people.
you could hear angels sing.
Ah, it's crazy. It's
I
crazy.
feel bad that women will never get to feel like what it's like to be inside themselves.
Yeah. I always wonder what that feels like. Like in my head, I'm like, I wonder what does that.
Come here, I'll show you. Ow.
Man,
Ow.
it is true what they say about LA.
Pussy lives up to it. Cocaine.
I think I'm going to go with cocaine as number one.
I mean, obviously, there's some people that would say I got to hold this. Like, I'm sure.
Molly for the first time, or ecstasy for the first time. If you got a good one, that was
Ecstasy
like,
for the
whoa,
first time.
I had
Never
no
did it.
idea.
Was like this, like, whew.
Yeah.
I remember a dude in the back of a Cherokee rubbing my back, and this is when like homophobia was still a thing, and we were like, I don't care.
Yeah,
and that's like that's when you were in, like, you know, still use the F word or whatever, and so like I remember being like, oh, I don't give a fuck, rub my back.
Mm-hmm.
Guy's big, get a stronger guy, get a bigger guy.
your
Ecstasy
buddies.
lives up to it. A great comic lives up to it.
Yeah,
Like I don't know the right one to say, but like for me, it's a tell.
of course.
But like every time I see him, it always delivers.
Dude, I saw him one time when we moved to New York. It was at Stand Up New York. He had come. He like wasn't really working that club, but they like convinced him to go up to do it. And he was like, "Watch this." And so like all the comics pour in. He goes. He looks over at us in the corner. He goes, "I'm not even going to say he's murdering." He goes, "I'm not even going to use words," and just does the rhythm like bop 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 bop. And like, dude, the place is going nuts. And he looked at us and goes, "Look, I don't even have to say words," and then just like hummed and murdered.
I remember I was just doing a radio interview when I was trying to explain a tell, and I was saying you don't understand. You could tell the person wasn't a comedy fan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so tell me what I get. What do I get when I come to this fully loaded thing? And I said, first of all, I want you to know this. There are people like myself that have committed their lives to making you, a stranger we don't know, laugh.
Mm-hmm.
That's what all we do is think about ways to make you laugh. All day long, that's all we do. Now, I want you to know that I've collected 10 of those people, the best ones.
Sure.
And now I have set up a night where all I've thought about for the last 6 months is an evening where you get the best experience of watching that. So that's, and then they were like, well, tell me a guy that's funny. I was like, Attell. And I was like, that guy, I remember the first time I saw him.
Who is this guy? You smack this guy around? Who are you talking to?
So sometimes you get interviews where it's their markets.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some of the markets we're playing on Fully Loaded aren't like
What's this
notorious
stand-up
genre
comedy?
markets.
Yeah.
What's this stand-up comedy thing I hear you doing now, huh?
Well, a lot of people, if you guys see, you guys aren't tethered to traditional media.
No.
So I still have a leg in traditional media
Mm-hmm.
where I do, I started in doing radio shows. You don't remember, you never got to do the.
I remember the first time I heard you on Preston and Steve. Yeah, and you were killing on
They're not traditional though,
sure.
in the sense that they
got it. They were a great radio station.
You would come in. They weren't like
they were funny every day. Like whatever the bits they were doing, they were fantastic.
But like Preston and Steve, wait, what show did you see? Because I remember those distinctly.
I don't remember. I just
Courtney
remember.
Love.
No, I forget what it was. I remember I was at the fucking. I remember the intersection. I was at the left-hand turn I was making on a street road, and I was like, "This guy's fucking kill." I'm like, I wasn't even really into like a huge comedy fan. I'm like, this guy's murdering. Like I was like dying laughing. And then somebody texted me, was like, "Are you listening to Preston and Steve? We got to try to get tickets to see this guy tonight."
No way.
I was like, "I'm listening right now." But then I think it was sold out and we couldn't get tickets because I never ended up seeing it.
Bertcast is proudly supported by Wine Enthusiast. Oh, I'm so excited for this. It's summertime. The days are hot. The grill's going. It's the perfect time for enjoying some wine with some friends, maybe some family. But did you know the summer heat and sunlight can spoil your wine and good times? If it's not properly stored, now's the time to get those bottles out of the box or off your countertops and protect them with a wine fridge from Wine Enthusiast. Oh my God. Wine Enthusiast designs and offers the largest selection of wine coolers for every drinker, every budget, and every size collection, from 6 to 600 bottles. Plus, expert wine storage consultants are available by phone to help you find the right fit for all your needs. Wine Enthusiast is the premier destination for the wine lifestyle. That's me. Offering an incredible selection of unique wine accessories, glassware, furniture, wine storage, gifts, and more. Visit wineenthusiast.com or text BERT to 511-511. From now until July 4th, don't miss Wine Enthusiast July 4th wine cellar and furniture sale. Find big savings on wine storage and furniture. Text BERT, B-E-R-T, to 511-511 today to see for yourself. Text BERT to 511-511 today. Certain exclusions may apply. You may receive up to one additional text. Text fees may apply. Text STOP to opt out. Finally, there's an e-bike for everyone, electric e-bikes, and they start at just $799. They're the fastest growing e-bike company in the U.S., and it's easy to see why, and I'll tell you why, because I got on it the other day. I got one. I got on it the other day, and I had a freaking blast on it. It makes going from point A to point B so easy. I cranked up my pedals to, I think, 5 or whatever the high as it goes. The second I touch that pedal, I take off. Dude, it is like, I love this thing. As a matter of fact, I've packed it up. I'm taking it on the road with me for Fully Loaded. The electric e-bike mission is simple. Make e-bikes accessible for everyone. Surprisingly affordable at just $799. That's way less expensive than the competition. Adjustable and customizable, so they're comfortable for everyone because I moved my seat up. It fit. We made it fit for Leanne and for me. The electric e-bike folds up. Shit, it does fold up pretty quick. We put it in my tour bus. We put it underneath my tour bus. So it folds up literally like this. Whonk, and you have wheel, slide it in. Super easy. Cover up to 45 miles at up to 28 miles per hour on just a 4 to 6 hour charge. Way more eco-friendly than a car. Explore the great outdoors like I did. It's such a great way to sightsee. I'm telling you, it makes riding a bike totally different because I got on it, took around the block, went over to my friend Thomas Handy's house, and I literally was enjoying the shit out of my ride. And I've ridden my regular bike there, and I did not enjoy it so much. Different bike models and accessories provide optimal comfort, storage, and safety, and you're keeping the air clean. Join the affordable e-bike revolution. Go to electricebikes.com and use the code BERT to get a free foldable, mountable bike lock with any bike purchase. You're going to need that thing. That's a free bike lock when you use the code BERT at electricebikes.com. I'm going back on the road, and I'll tell you the one thing I regret the most. I'm going to have to use my hands to wipe my ass. It's the worst. I am going to miss my Hello Tushy Bidet. I'm telling you right now, we are wiping our asses like they did 100 years ago. The technology in ass wiping is identical to that of our ancestors. Not anymore. Stop spreading your business around your bumhole with toilet paper. Start washing with Hello Tushy Bidets. With the Hello Tushy Bidet attachment, it washes your bum with fresh water way better than cleaning with toilet paper. Simply spray, pat, dry, attaches your existing toilet. No electrician, no plumber needed. Literally installs in less than 8 minutes, and you cut down on your TP use by 80%, saving money and paper waste. You're saving the environment, technically. Make the restroom your best room with the complete Tushy system, including the Tushy Bidet attachment, ottoman, and toilet brush. Hello Tushy has cleaned over 1 million happy bums. Join them and take care of your business the cleaner way. I want all of our listeners to have clean bums. Visit hellotushy.com/Bertcast to get 10% off plus free shipping right now. That's hellotushy.com/Bertcast for 10% off. I wish I could find that again.
Yeah.
You were the master of that.
I was back then.
That's how you made your bones, yeah.
Yeah, when you were hungry. Like, and I'm not saying I'm not hungry anymore. I'm hungry in a different way. But what happens when you get like successful is you all of a sudden you turn into this interview about your success.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Of course.
Sure. Where they're like, so you're like, and then all of a sudden everything's a Barbara Walters interview. It's not like a.
Not fun necessarily.
Well, I don't know. I feel like I get caught up I wasn't caught up when I did it with you guys. That's why you guys' podcast is so fun.
Oh, thank you.
Is that there's none of that with you guys.
We were asking about mayonnaise and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But like sometimes you'll get on a podcast and they'll just go like, so how did you come up with the drive-in movie theater tour? And you're talking about the business of it. Or where do you come up with your promos? Or you get into the weeds of it. Like Schultz is a fun podcast, but Schultz gets you into a place where he's in control and he's trying to get you out of control a little bit.
Exactly.
So that's fun. But then even still you get done and you're like, did I say that I support Russia?
Yeah, he gets you on your heels real quick.
Did I say I wish I could clean this up and hurry up? You know? Like, because you go, I don't know what the fuck I said.
Of course.
Bobby Lee's podcast is the same way. You get done and you're like, because he's so out of control that you get out of control. And you're like, wait, how many slurs did I just rattle off?
Yeah.
But those old school days of Preston and Steve, you'd have to come in guns a-blazing, and you do some material, and you'd have a couple. Back in the day, man, I had so many good stories that I hadn't done. And now it's like Rogan. You do Rogan now. Have you guys done Rogan yet?
No.
I'm ready for that day.
Yeah, you and me both,
am
Bert.
Ready for that? That's going to be a fun fucking podcast.
Yeah.
You got to get Rogan on your podcast.
That doesn't happen though. Somebody just said because he was in New York, he just did Schultz's podcast, and
Oh,
then
yeah? Hang on.
Is that
Let
me?
me just, no, it's me.
Okay.
It's Steve-O. Hold on one second.
sure.
Go ahead.
And then we got to get you guys Steve-O on your podcast. What's up? Are you doing a sound check?
Yeah, dude. I fucking I did.
Hey, I'm on a podcast, by the way, just so you know. Don't say anything too bad.
Okay, epic, dude. I'm so stoked, dude. I have to run something by you. I wanted you to see the glorious theater I'm performing in.
Oh, wow.
Dude, I'm fighting, dude. I'm fighting to catch up.
Hey, listen, when you are in New York, you have to do their podcast.
What's
it's
up,
called
dude?
the Are You Garbage podcast, and it is fucking amazing, okay? Just silence.
Just hung
That's
up.
awesome.
Okay?
All right, my signal crapped out.
Way to go. Good
All right.
for you, Steve.
I'm going to set you up.
Good for you.
It's something highly sensitive.
No.
I'm fucking just dying for you to see it.
Okay. All right, call me later.
All right, dude. Love you, dog. Yeah.
All right, take care. Love you, buddy.
That
Look
was
at
the
that.
timing
Look
on
at
that.
that.
Timing on that. I'm
That's-
going to set you up with Steve-O.
Of course.
Steve-O always delivers.
Oh yeah, he's one of the ones where like we were just talking about trying to get more. I mean, we've had a lot of the big comics on, but we're like, let's try to get like either like athletes or actors and stuff like that. So we were definitely trying, but he's always been on the list.
Who's
Steve-O.
okay?
100%.
Give me your wish list.
And like all like proper wish list, like
First off, better yet, give me your favorite episodes you've done. Where you go, if you tune into this one, it's a banger. It's one of the best ones I've ever done.
you were
Really?
you were fantastic. Tim Dillon was fantastic.
Tim Dillon, always.
Yeah, he just delivers. And
Like,
this is his like he's so knowledgeable on food and like suburban upbringing.
Yeah, him and I start talking about food. It's a wrap.
I said to someone the other day, if I had hung out with Tim Dillon while he was using, we probably would have made out. Like,
oh yeah.
definitely.
Dude, we were just with him. He was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Were you out here yet?" We're like, "No, we land tomorrow." He's like, "Let's do lunch at the Beverly Hills Hotel." Meanwhile, me and him were like, we're looking like idiots. We're bozos. We're standing.
Had our luggage.
Yeah, we had our luggage because we came straight from the airport. And they're like, "Are you checking in?" I'm like, "No,
We're just getting lunch."
We're just getting lunch." Dude.
I
He's
walked
like,
in there with my CPAP bag like
Yeah.
a fucking bozo.
Dude, we look like
And
fucking
no belt.
idiots.
Let me tell you, Tim Dillon knows
He
how to
pulls up
spend
in a
money.
Bentley. He's yelling at people.
He's got a Bentley?
Yeah, he's got a big white Bentley. dude.
He knows how to spend money.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
dude, he's changing his floor mats at the valet, like because he's got a. So where he's driving us to his studio, and he pops his trunk.
He's like, oh, shit, it's full. It's all floor mats.
It's all floor mats for the Bentley.
It's the
new
old floor mats, the ones that came with the car, and I guess new, nicer ones that he got. He just takes the old ones out and he goes, here, throw these
He
out.
gives them to the valet guy. "You tell my is there trash? Can someone take care of this for me, dude?"
The valet guy's like, you want to just throw them out? I'm like, there's no way that kid threw them
Yeah,
out.
it took $1,000.
That kid is brushing his teeth on that right now, standing in front of his sink.
Fucking Tim Dillon.
Dude, he's so
The man.
He literally said we were
Ordered
walking-
for the table.
Orders for the
I love it. I love it.
Apps,
We didn't even
tuna
look at the menu.
tartare.
He's like, he'll take. I was like, what's good? He's like, the omelet's really good. I go, oh, yeah, maybe I'll do that. And the waiter comes up. He's gonna do the bacon and cheese omelet. We're gonna do that. Just quarterback the whole thing. Home run.
Dude.
The guy who knows the simple stuff at places like that is the one that knows everything.
What do you mean?
Like, you know what I
simple
mean?
stuff?
Like, do yourself a favor. Just get a couple scrambled eggs on the side. You got to try them by
Yeah.
themselves.
Or he's like,
They're
can you slice up
phenomenal.
some red tomatoes? Just bring a plate of red tomatoes. He goes,
Yeah.
"The tomatoes here, great. It's one thing LA does right is the tomato produce is great."
I fucking
Home run.
He's a whack. I love him to death, but he's a wild man.
I love that he is making money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he is the funnest guy to watch make
Oh,
money.
it's
All right.
Dude, we were leaving and he goes, LA. What was the line? These people are so rich, they're ugly. And like this woman just looked down and I was
As
like,
she was taking a bite of like a turkey club.
LA's
She
crazy.
looked like Winston
Yeah.
Churchill.
Yeah, it was so funny.
He's the fucking greatest. You know who's
He's screaming at the Beverly Hills Hotel about the end. That's that playing this and that. And Rogan, we're like, shut the fuck
In
It's our first
basketball
time in
shorts and polo shoes.
Yeah, we're like, shut the fuck up, dude. I just
basketball shirts and a
Yeah.
bullet.
Ben's with him. Ben's dressed to the nines. Looks
Ben's
perfect.
a fucking sweetheart
Yeah.
too.
Dude,
Awesome.
he's he delivers. Like I said, I was talking to
He's
Rogan.
living life.
I was talking to Rogan about him. I said something about Tim. I don't forget what I said, and Rogan was like, "Have you watched?" Because I hadn't watched his podcast in a while. I just hadn't.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, "Have you watched his podcast?" Or I said something, and Rogan. We were in Austin. And he goes, "Watch his podcast tonight. You got to watch his podcast. You haven't watched it in a while." And I was like, "No, I don't think I have." And I was like, "Is he still doing it?" Because I only know Tim from like just when he's on Rogan or when he's with me.
Sure.
Right. So I never watched his podcast a ton. Man, I got into a rabbit hole where I watched everything, and I called Joe. I was like, dude, he fucking hits it. He hits it out of the park every fucking time.
Yeah. He's so honed in on how he's funny. And it's like, there's no, do I say this? Do I not say this? Does this work? Does not? He's just 100% him.
Every take, every joke.
And it's so funny.
Yeah.
He's the funniest.
He was, I forget, it was whatever was in the news, and he took the opposite side, the horrific side, and argued it so brilliantly. So hilariously.
Very smart.
It was about abortion or something. I don't. Who knows?
Sure.
But it was like a take that you'd see. Most comics would be like, "Oh, I'm just going to stay away from that."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's so far from what my capabilities are that kind of stuff blows my mind. I could have an argument for about 2 seconds. It would have holes in it instantly. I'm just not smart enough.
No, I'm way not smart.
Like to be able to like read different research things and piece together your own opinion.
I also don't have the confidence to be like, my opinion is correct.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%.
I'm like, who the fuck am I? I'm like, oh, our show's about mayonnaise. You know what I mean? It's like that.
Yeah, I'll talk
but
about French onion soup.
Your show is brilliant.
Sure, thank you. I appreciate
Because it's one of the things that you guys avoid is getting into the rote. So like perfect example, I'm sure you notice this when you come out to LA, and maybe it's different for you guys. But when you do 3 or 4 podcasts, you kind of get into the same story a couple times.
Of course.
And so then when you go in to promote something, like when you go to New York, if I do Schultz, Ari, Chris, Giannis, Bobby Kelly, if I do the route, I'm sure I'm leaving someone out that's going to be livid right now.
Yeah.
But if you do the road, then sometimes you get a lot of the same interview, a lot of the same answers, a lot of the same talking points.
Sure. A lot of the same prompts come up, and you're like, that is fun. I was just here, or whatever.
What's going on with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard?
Yeah.
Right. But like with you guys, you come on and do your podcast. I've said this to everyone, and it is a completely different set of stories about yourself. And they're all stories about the guests.
Yeah.
Which is fucking brilliant. All right, so Tim Dillon, Bert Kreischer, give me like 2 more bangers where people listening right now can go listen to that and go, God damn it, I just found my new favorite podcast.
Well, we actually just put up something that we put behind the paywall, which is called Hard Feelings, which
that's
is
on the Patreon.
Me and him just shitting on each other.
It's really like so we use it as like
we posted one of those for everybody.
We call it like an HR meeting, like because we have our dynamic is like we're both
dysfunctional,
come from fucked up families
from dysfunction, have dysfunction.
So we just scream, right? Like, and I yell, and he's an idiot, and so we'll just we fight, and so but we're like that's the show. Yeah. It's literally like you missed the flight, or like, and we start screaming at each other.
Oh, that's
but
great.
People love it. People are like, it's better than Are You Garbage?
Yeah.
I think that's why the Patreon has been so successful because people are like, we were talking the other day.
So is that your Patreon?
We do a bonus Are You Garbage, and then we do this Hard Feelings where it's just me and him for an hour, like really
every week.
We said it best. It's like the Are You Garbage is like the Tonight Show aspect of it, and then Hard Feelings is like the Larry Sanders Show.
Brilliant.
You see the making of the show.
Yeah.
Of like us trying to, book a guest or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I would love Patreon. I'm late to Patreon in viewing it just because I just haven't. I like the ones I found are Tim Dillon and Come Town.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 ones where I got on. I think my old Patreon. I don't know. I'm big on the OnlyFans. Anyway.
You guys on there? Huh?
So then who are your dream guests?
Like the Paul Rudds, I think would be great. Like those a lot of those really good comedic actors, I think would be fantastic.
Paul Rudd he always delivers.
Yeah.
Everything he's in is like
he's got it.
He's got it.
He's got it.
And by the way, he's not aggressively good looking.
No, he's just He's very like symmetric, normal, like kind of he's like a good looking everyday man kind of.
Yeah. Like he's
great hair, great skin.
Yeah.
I get him.
Keeps it tight. I don't know if I might argue against that.
Really?
He's gorgeous.
Pull up a picture of Paul Rudd.
Who's gorgeous to you?
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt? Okay.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, that's like
just gorgeous.
That's hot. Paul Rudd's not hot.
Remember
He's
Legends of the
attractive.
Fall at his pettiest, as they
I
say?
mean, he looks like a fucking
He had-
history. There, that's
what are you talking
that's
about?
a really good
Beautiful.
picture.
Okay, hold on.
That's a really good
Look
picture.
at those eyes.
I'm thinking of show me bearded long hair Paul Rudd. Is bearded long hair Paul Rudd the Soho Paul Rudd, as I call it?
Still looks great.
He
looks
looks like a
great.
history
Go back
teacher.
to that one. He's got great jaw lines. He's
Yeah.
got great lines.
Look at that.
He's like the new Corvette,
He's very
and he's
symmetrical.
got great hair.
Yeah.
And if you and I whoa,
That one on the right, that's a little doctored, I feel. What
Yeah,
are we doing?
that's his. That's they go.
That's
make
not
him
his
look like
arm.
Richard Gere.
yeah.
Wait, let me see him shirtless. See, that's the Paul Rudd
That
I'm
was him
thinking
on
of.
Friends, right?
That's
Yeah.
the I still eat pills to go to sleep, Paul Rudd. That's the.
It's tightened up.
Yeah.
All right, I'll tell you who is always sells it for me. Chris Pine.
You like
yeah.
Chris
I think
Pine?
he's a good
Okay.
looking dude. Chris Pine is a guy I bought into pretty early. Not that one. There we go. That's the one I
Yeah.
like.
His
Those
pop was,
eyes
his
will
dad
get
was
ya.
a good looking dude too.
Who is his dad?
His dad was the captain on Chips.
No.
Yeah,
No.
or the sergeant, whoever
Pull
their
up his
boss
dad,
was.
Chris Pine's dad.
Telling you. See, there he is.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Chris Pine's dad.
Yeah.
Wow.
How old is Chris Pine's dad? He must have been second wife child. I bet it's got to be. Type in Chris Pine's dad. I guarantee you, there's no way that's his
Bert.
first wife.
That's a broken home. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
He's 80 years old. Yeah, that's a second wife.
That's got to be. He's got
That's
to
the
have
second
him
wife.
when he's like 40 or whatever.
Go to Robert Pine. I guarantee you, I'll put money on this right now. That's his. I bet it's his third.
Yeah, married in
fucking wife.
1980 or 69? Oh, so it's the same. Married in 1969.
No.
They kept the spark
No
alive. What do you want to
fucking
know?
way.
Yeah.
Let me see Chris Pine's mom. This woman's got to be a fucking smoke show.
Or 12.
Or 12. Maggie Gyllenhaal? I'm so bad at reading. Chris Pine's mom's a good looking
Maggie
woman. She's got great fucking teeth.
Yeah. Yeah, she's an attractive gal.
Look at that. It's beautiful.
She's got great teeth.
There you go.
She still looks good.
Mm-hmm.
How old's Chris Pine? Chris Pine my age?
He might be older. Yeah, like he might be like not as he might be.
I thought
not
he
as
was
young
like.
as you
I
think.
thought he was like
42,
30.
41. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, there you
All
go.
right. Well,
Still
His
got
dad
it.
had him when he
Keeps
was
his
40.
I'll take it. Yeah, that totally makes sense. I got a sister that's 42. Yeah.
Speaking of which, how about Cruise keeping it tight? Top Gun.
Tom,
I wanna see it.
I'm going to see it tonight with my daughter.
Nice.
Damn.
We're going to see it tonight. Tom Cruise is worth every fucking cent
Every
of
cent.
every. You know what he did with Top Gun, right? Or I could be. Maybe I'm not allowed to.
I mean,
talk about
everything
this.
he's done has been wild.
Then don't talk
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wait,
yeah,
what'd he
yeah,
say?
yeah.
May I maybe not be allowed to talk to them.
Ah, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah,
Kill the guy.
no, he did. Well, he. Yeah, I don't think I'm.
Yeah, they
that's-
don't.
Yeah,
Cut all this. What are we doing?
yeah, fuck.
Let's
I'm
start
fucking so
over.
bad.
Take
Tom
it from
Cruise-
the
Let's just
top.
go get something to eat or something.
Tom Cruise, God, I'm fucking starving. Tom Cruise fucking sells it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's worth every penny. Keanu Reeves,
love
worth every penny.
KR.
I think we got
Movie
robbed.
stars.
I think we got robbed with no River Phoenix.
Yeah, I was too
River-
young. I feel I never
Oh.
came across.
He
my,
was one of my favorites.
Pull up. You want to see how beautiful this boy was?
Woo! The
River
Last
Phoenix.
Crusade.
River
Oh,
Phoenix,
man. That Indiana Jones.
dude, with the long hair when
Loved
he fell
it.
into the snakes. River Phoenix was fucking
Yeah.
Mhm.
gorgeous. Great hair, perfect hair. And now that we know his brother still has a full head of hair, he would have kept it.
Yeah.
He was a hell of an actor, too.
By the way, his brother. Look at his brother. That's his brother who was like not supposed to be the same. Like he wasn't the star. He's just
Mhm.
also doing it.
Sure.
He was like the Cammy Cameron, or who's Kirk Cameron's sister.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Man, River Phoenix. I would have loved to see that play out.
He's worth every penny, too, Joaquin. He's good.
Love that Joaquin.
Yeah.
Dude, I bet he's insufferable.
We saw him one time in the village.
I bet you.
He's
could
probably
hang-
a tough hang.
I bet he would be. I bet. I'm just putting this out there. I like doing stuff like this. Okay.
Ruining our careers. It
No, no,
starts.
no, no,
Now
no.
I'm not going to be in a Joaquin Phoenix movie.
No. Uh-oh.
I could have been the guy that knew the cheat codes. What are you doing to me? You told me I was likable.
You should say you'll put a Joaquin Phoenix on your Patreon, and you'll give every penny to charity to PETA
To get him.
to PETA,
Oh, okay.
and
I
say
like
Joaquin Phoenix. All we need you is for what's the slow look like? Could you do a 30-minute?
Sure.
Sure.
Are you garbage with Joaquin Phoenix?
Mhm.
And every cent will go to PETA. I think he's a big PETA pedophile.
And then the trick is, no, all right.
What'd he say?
He's a big pedophile.
Isn't that what you say when you love animals?
When you love something, well, that would mean you love PETA.
Yeah,
So
right.
you're an animal file.
He's a pedophile.
He's a big hummus guy. I don't know what to tell you.
Shout out to
Kid likes
hummus,
a
by
ton
the
of
way.
musalada.
I would love to get. Here are my big gets.
I want Tony Hawk too.
Yeah,
Oh,
Tony Hawk. would be
I
great.
can make that
I
happen.
think Tony Hawk.
I've
would
had
be
Tony
great.
Hawk on my podcast.
Dave Grohl.
Really?
That's
home run.
Yeah.
He would be
Love
a home
Dave
run.
Grohl.
Dave Grohl delivers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'd be tough right now because he's going through stuff, with like
Of course.
losing Taylor.
Yeah.
Taylor
yeah,
Hawkins, that was a fucking sleeper.
That was
Crazy.
wild, man.
That guy looked like he embodied fun.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, there was a great.
And
I
an
think it was
amazing
like
drummer.
making of. Remember they used to do making of the video or whatever, like
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
MTV.
When MTV was
Or
great.
it was like
back
tour-
when Comedy
yeah.
Central was great.
Yeah.
Back when people got too big for their fucking britches and they took the things that we loved and they created it into something that they
Pizza
shouldn't
Hut
be.
still had a buffet. I know
the
exactly
good
what you're
old
talking
days.
about.
You know the number one buyer of kale in the world? Pizza Hut.
Mhm.
Number one buyer of kale. It's true. Google it.
What? Because they put it on the buffet.
We're around the buffet. They always
I've
had
heard
fresh
that.
kale.
I don't think I heard it from you either.
Yeah,
Remember
so-
parsley when you were a kid?
Oh, I
They didn't
hate
even
that.
go near it.
Kick
I
rocks.
remember- I
I didn't
remember-
fuck with green shit till the fucking
No.
early 2000s.
I worked with
And I ain't talking about the sticky icky.
Pizza Hut was once the largest buyer of kale in the U.S. Here's the strange reason why. Well, we already told you. No reason to Google it, people.
Well, I want to get your take on this. Sorry to step
No.
on you. We talked about it with Stavi. We talked about it by ourselves, and we talked about it with Stavi. Everybody's been chiming in. Is Pizza Hut versus Domino's? What's better?
Well, I have a very educated opinion on this.
That's why we're here, Bert.
You mentioned the Florida thing.
So when Pizza Hut came out, it was by two guys, I think, in Kansas City, Missouri,
Okay.
and they took a recipe that technically wasn't pizza dough. It was something different.
Okay.
Had a sweeter flavor. It was a little more crisp and a little more like a cracker. It was more like almost like a matzah, I think, at the time. And so that is how they made their dough. So if you can't really compare them because it's apples and oranges. Domino's was recipes by an old Italian guy. The two brothers took over Domino's, and originally it made grinders and sandwiches and also pizza. It wasn't until they leaned into their pizza that they were like, oh shit, we got a thing with the pizza. But they're not the same thing, in my opinion. They're not.
Sure.
They're not even remotely the same. So I can't compare them because sometimes I get a taste for Pizza Hut. I do. I get a taste for Pizza Hut, that thin crust. I get a hardcore taste for it, especially on the road.
Their thin crust was nothing to shake a stick at.
Oh, dude,
Changed the game.
and you could fuck up an entire large by
and
yourself.
and still feel like kind of light afterwards.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, you
because
could
it
go
was
for
still
a
gonna
little-
work at it.
It was technically keto.
Exactly. Yeah.
Domino's.
Unleavened bread.
But if you're saying to me tonight, I'm home alone with my
Well,
daughter
I think
Isla.
yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
this
they're
is what
both pizza, by the way.
Yeah.
They're both
They're
pizza,
both
but they're
pizza.
such a
That
different
was very
taste.
pizza style of you.
Like if you get my cousin Andrew in here, who you met, he'll go hard as fuck on Pizza Hut because that's his taste of flavor. That's what he likes.
Sure.
Dude, in the 80s and the 90s, the buffet, you went in there, the cup,
You
the
get a
ice,
beer. I remember my dad get a Michelob while I'm
the
sitting there
fucking
eating a pan
Tiffany
pizza.
lamps, the little games on the
Here's
table.
my take on it.
Come on.
And Pizza Hut at the height of it. There's you can't compare. Pizza Hut ran the 90s, hands down.
Yeah.
Ran the 90s. You could go sit down. The buffet.
I don't know if Pizza Hut ran the 90s for me.
Whoa.
Really?
Can I tell you who? I'll tell you who knocked everyone's dick in the dirt was Papa John's.
Papa John's had a solid showing, but it's also regional.
I would have said
It's
Little
also-
Caesars more, yeah.
Little Caesars never
Papa-
fucked with
Yeah.
anyone in Florida.
Really?
Yeah.
We had one Little Caesars, and it was like, okay, we get it.
Yeah, see, that was a regional thing.
Yeah,
Little,
Yeah.
Little Caesars, there were shootouts in the streets over there for that.
Papa John's showed up and was like, and Papa John's was, if we're talking sex, Pizza Hut and Domino's were straight sex, missionary style. Maybe with Pizza Hut, you got her to lift her legs up a little bit because it was a little different. It tastes a little different. Papa John's was her coming out in lingerie. You had the pepper and the butter, and you were like, whoa, what am I supposed to do with all this? And then dip.
Show it
and then
off
all
a
of
little
sudden-
bit.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, brother.
It's Papa John's, but in the 90s for me, I was in college, do Domino's all day, every day. Bacon and pepperoni with a liter of Coke. And I put on Fletch every fucking night.
Still
Every
holds up.
fucking night. Still holds up, just like pussy.
Fletch.
It was so fucking good.
Yeah. Then when I was in college or maybe high school, they dropped the 5-5-5 deal. So you'd get 3 medium-sized pizzas for $5 a clip. You were, in college or whatever, and you could get one topping. So you call it, we're doing 5-5-5. You get to get a sausage, you get a bacon, get a pepperoni, whatever. Or you do 2 5-5-5s. You get 6 pizzas coming.
Little variety.
Dude, we'd go down to Atlantic City, get a fucking hotel, like just party. We'd get like 5-5-5. You're partying in the room, and you come back. There's still like 2 pizzas left. You're eating that. It's fucking.
One of those in the morning before you get into the car. Ice
Domino's in the morning that's been sitting out on like a nightstand. Good night,
dude. When my daughter and I during the pandemic, we were watching TV and it's like 11 o'clock at night, and they go, and we're all up, but me and Isla have the same brain. It's my youngest, and they said, introducing now at Domino's, the Brooklyn crust. The Brooklyn pizza. See if you can type it in. The Brooklyn style pizza. And it's 11 o'clock at night.
Sure.
And Isla goes, we should get one of those.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, let's do it.
This.
It's the pandemic. We can't leave. So we order a large. It is the best. They're Brooklyn.
Right.
How did I miss this?
A Brooklyn is a medium.
Oh, by the way, hold on. Oh my God. I'm so sorry.
Hey.
Halston used to work at Domino's.
5 years, baby.
Here,
5
now we're
years.
talking.
I didn't know we had an expert.
I didn't know we had an expert in here. Halston, tell us what you know. The Brooklyn style pizza.
So Brooklyn is a smaller dough ball stretched into a larger one, so it's going to be thinner, and that's basically the only thing besides the way it's cut into squares. Usually they do. I would like to point out the pan pizza, which is it's got little chunks,
talking like a senator right now.
little chunks of butter in the dough.
Yeah,
and it's got that dough, and then it has a layer of cheese, and then sauce, and then another layer of cheese, and then toppings, and it's like a straight up heart attack, but it is amazing.
I go pan pizza with bacon every time. That's how I do it.
I have pepperoni. Pepperoni's my
Domino's or Pizza Hut's pepper. Those like chain pepperoni. I don't know where they're getting them. They're buying them in bulk, obviously, but they're fucking
good
all
times.
right.
Pepperonis are like nipples for me. I can't say no to them.
I love a nip.
I love
Nips are pretty.
I like the
Hoops are
pepperoni.
cool.
I like the pepperoni kind of entered the home a little more. With the packs of pepperoni.
I'll crush
yeah.
them.
Boar's
I
Head and
sit
stuff
there
like
and
that, dude.
crush those.
Yeah, I don't mind seeing those next to the pound of American cheese.
Can I tell you? I got introduced to caprese in Italy with my wife. We were dating and we went to Italy, and I had never had caprese salad. Just little
Tomato mozzarella, you mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Never had it in my life.
Really?
Never had it.
It's
How long
great
ago was
combo.
this?
He's from Florida.
I'm from Florida.
What? You're rich. What are you talking about?
I wasn't then. I was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was broke as fuck. I had money from Bert, and I just figured I had another paycheck would show up, and I bought me and my wife tickets to Italy for New Year's Eve. We were just dating.
How old? Oh, so you're okay. You're young.
I was probably wasn't 30 yet, and it's probably 29.
That's not that bad. Your 20s, I'll give you that.
And I
Okay.
never had caprese salad, and I had it, and I
Especially
ate
over there, it's something
Probably
else.
mind blowing.
It was so good,
Some
and I
balsamic reduction.
had so much of it that my wife had to say, "I need you to slow down. I'm not getting any."
Oh, I worry about that sometimes.
Motherfucker. What's your Italian restaurant order? Like what? So like I ordered for Georgia had a party for her birthday last night, so she had a bunch of friends over, and we have this great place. I'm gonna give them a shout out so that people know about this place.
Okay.
It is the best place to get Italian food in the Valley.
Okay.
It's called Ma's. It's over in Burbank, I think. It's MA''S. It is the best.
Sounds great.
It is it's
Just the name.
it's so fucking good. So my go-to order every time is
This is traditional.
this is like
Okay.
So I order for my family always. If we're getting stuff delivered, I order for my family. So I have my Chinese food order, I have my Italian food order, but Ma's is so good.
Oh, it looks great.
So I get clam linguine always.
Mm-hmm.
I get shrimp. Always get a penne arrabbiata. Always get that. Always get eggplant parmesan and chicken parmesan.
Love a good chicken parm.
I stay away
Love
from
an
the
eggplant parm too.
dude.
Very underrated, the eggplant parm.
Very underrated.
My mom throws out a pretty nasty one, I'll tell you that.
For real?
Shout out to Patty. Yeah, she does an eggplant parm. Nice. Real
bet.
light and good.
Really?
Yeah, it's all right. Eggplant rollantine's good too. You ever have that?
I don't even know what that is. Where it's rolled up.
It's eggplant that's like lightly breaded, and they roll it up with ricotta cheese on the inside. Put a little tomato sauce on top. Very delicate, Mr. Kreischer. I think you would enjoy it.
Man, the Italian people have done food right because they do have their secrets.
Man.
They start the restaurant, but then they got the stuff they just make for themselves.
Yeah.
It's
That's
pretty
the good stuff. Tucci's bringing that out a little bit with the show that he does on CNN.
Stanley Tucci?
Yeah, he has a show called like Touring Italy or Tasting Italy,
Yeah.
something like that. He goes around and does like real
backdoor
local,
shit.
real Italian kind of dishes.
Real guinea shit.
Yeah, it's
Can
nice.
I tell you the one Italian dish that I mean, I can't say no to is carbonara.
I was just
Sure.
gonna say that.
Girl's a big fan. His wife's a big
Yeah.
fan. Mine would be penne alla vodka, which I can't believe you don't have that on the table. Arabia, wherever that's called.
No,
that's
arrabbiata, but I do a penne vodka. I do a penne vodka also. I do a big order. They have they do it's not a caprese salad. It's a softer cheese. What is it? Like
Burrata.
that? Is it a burrata?
Probably.
Yeah.
Creamy burrata. Oh, the creamy burrata.
Really? You got to be all over that.
I fuck them up. I get two of them.
Yeah.
I get two of them, and no one touches one, and I
Yeah.
fuck up the other one. We had it last night, and it was so fucking good.
Mhm.
You crack that thing open, little salt. Yikes. Are you a cottage cheese guy?
Yeah.
Nice.
I can tell you the first time I had cottage
I
cheese.
knew we were going to get here eventually. I like
I
it.
got to tell you the first time I had cottage cheese. There were these Baptists that live around the corner from us, and they had a screened-in pool, which is big time in Florida.
Yeah.
I thought you all had to have that.
No,
That's new.
That's money. If you had
Yeah.
What?
that's money.
So you're just out there, you come out one day to skim the pool, there's a couple of crocs in there?
an alligator, a snake.
Holy shit.
Snake. You always had to check for snakes when you
Fuck
got in
that.
the pool.
See, that's...
Always check for snakes. Always had a
We're
frog.
going to Orlando in like 2 weeks.
We're at Improv.
No, we're just going to. We got to take him to Disney. It was one of the Patreon goals we had. He's never been to Disney, so I said at like 4,000 patrons, I'll take him to Disney.
In
Gonna go see
Orlando.
Star Wars. Yeah.
In Orlando.
The real deal.
Can I tell you the ride you have to do?
Well, there's
I'm not going to fit on
He's not
any
gonna
ride.
fit on
I'm going to
Stop,
be looking
stop.
around.
There's
Stop,
also a
stop.
website.
One of them big lollipops.
There's also a website for like fat people do Disney, and it tells you like how to maneuver through.
See if there's a size.
Keep it
for-
to one pretzel.
See if there's a
He's
size.
googling fat people do Disney.
Yeah,
See if-
There it is. Disney and
Hold on.
Yeah, it's like a fat guy's
I got
journey.
you. I got you. The Avatar ride at Disney
Okay,
is the greatest ride I've ever
I might
been
have
on.
done it.
You'd know. You'd definitely know. Were you 4 stories in the air with no floor, feeling like you were flying through a forest? You definitely know.
Yeah.
You sound like the
Is
kid
that
who
the
went
one
to
that- is that
Disney
the
that
one-
summer.
wait,
The Avatar ride at Disney is the greatest
maybe
fucking
I haven't
ride
done it.
I've ever experienced. So you get up. Okay, so slow down, Halston, so I can explain what it is. And by the way, you're only tied in by your like knees. So like it's not like a belly
Sweating.
strap over your shoulder ride. So the size doesn't really matter with this ride. You get in and you go up and there is
Until I'm flying across the
Yeah.
park.
but no. So it's all VR.
Oh, I like that.
So you go in and it's like the chairs at Rogan is the only way I can describe it, is where you kind of like lean on your knees and then you sit back and then you hold on to something.
Okay.
And so you're only really strapped in by your knees. Like it's by your feet and ankles.
Okay.
You're not strapped in on your belly. So you can be a bigger guy and did it. I did it. My dad did it. And you go up and they bring you in and they're like, if you feel like you're at the edge of a baseball stadium, like you're on the upper deck of a baseball stadium,
Gotcha.
right on the edge. And then they drop the floor out and you realize you're now stadium seating with like 5 stories of people that are all on the edge.
What?
And
Really?
and you're hooked in, so you can't fall, you can't go
that's
anywhere.
pretty
You're
sick.
hooked in, and then this starts, and you become one of these avatars that flies. And when I tell you that they have made it perfect, where you genuinely feel like you're flying, and my dad was just screaming, "Motherfucker,
Yeah.
make it stop! Make it
It
stop!"
fucks with you.
You
It fucks with you.
believe you lose your stomach. You believe you're fucking free falling.
Those old
and
school guys don't like that.
It's old school. My dad goes, "Get the fuck, make it stop, get me out of here!" But you can't get out because they're literally the walls have dropped. There's like fucking 5 stories down. He's like, "Mother!" So there's space. It is the greatest fucking ride I have ever done. And by the way, let's preface this. And I've done every ride there is to do.
Sure.
I've done every fucking ride.
Sure.
That's what I did for a fucking living, was ride roller coasters. I was Bert the Conqueror. That's all I fucking did. And this ride, the problem is visually to show it to someone, it doesn't pay off. To experiences, it pays off. But to show it on television, it doesn't pay off.
Sure.
But you feel 100% that you are actually doing all of this.
I did this, but I don't think I did the ride, but it wasn't. I don't think they had made it Avatar yet. It was something else. You would travel through the world, but it was the same thing. And do they change the smells?
Yeah,
Like,
and they have
you would
mist. They have
mist and
hits
smells.
you.
You go over like the Serengeti, and they would like. You're like, it smells like fucking grass right now. It's crazy.
Dude.
I'm gonna get to do this.
Yeah. See the size requirements on.
Yeah, let's publicly embarrass them here in front of a
Because
people.
Brad Williams has the same problem.
Oh yeah.
After
Brad
we
Williams
talked
goes-
it up for 20 minutes.
It is.
I hope it's like 375 or something.
Bastards.
What does it say?
44 inches.
Type in weight requirement. They're like, you have to be.
How much of a fat pig do you got to be to get on this thing?
All shapes and sizes.
Okay.
You are going to. Can I ask you to do me a favor?
What do you want?
I need you to record it. I know you can't record it,
Yeah.
but I need you to. Okay.
All right.
So you need to get like a GoPro or something.
We're taking
very-
our producer down to shoot the whole thing. I just don't know if we're going to be able to shoot.
Don't worry.
on the ride.
On the deal. On the
Mhm.
deal. On the
I'll pull
deal.
my phone out and shoot
They
it.
have these little tiny thumb. Go to. I'm gonna figure this out for you. There's a new type of GoPro. It's not a GoPro. It's like Sony makes it, and it's the size of a thumb. It's white. Okay. And it's got a great camera, and that's all you need is one of those.
I mean, we could use the 360 cam we have.
You could use the 360, but they may
because that's small.
because you're in like you're above people. I'm sure if they see you with anything in your hands, they
Sure.
may fucking freak it out. But this little white thing, they wouldn't know what it is.
Could go old school with the glasses.
That might fall off though. So, dude, we
Hold
just had to film
Hold on, that works.
what
that
the
works.
glasses
That works.
Like
That
an old
works.
episode
or a
of
pen
Cops.
or a pen. The
Pen,
pen
yeah,
cams.
something like that.
We just did all this because we filmed in another Patreon goal was $10,000 on black. Once we got to a certain goal, we're just going to go drive down to AC, put 10,000 on black.
Had to do it on the low.
How did I not grow up with you guys? This is like where my brain lives.
I know. So then Akash came on, and like we announced it, like, oh shit, this is the new goal. Akash goes, I'll double it if you hit it. Just being a fucking rich motherfucker. He goes, I'll double it. So we go, fuck, okay. So it comes around, we hit it. We're like, shit.
Wait, start from the beginning,
Yeah.
please. So I don't even know
All
what
right,
a
so the-
Patreon goal is.
Sure. The Patreon goes like you said, like once we get to 2,000 patrons, we'll
Yeah.
do this. And since we're garbage, it's just
So
like new money shit.
let's pull up your Patreon so everyone can go.
Sure.
So sign up for your Patreon right now.
Oh, thank you.
And
Thank you,
by the
buddy.
way, I want to sign up for it. I want to be a part of this.
Okay. So the next one, so it was like whatever. Once we hit like 3,500 patrons.
It's $2,000 a month, by the way.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
It's $2,000 a month.
Special VIP just for you.
so
funny.
right now, scroll. Keep. I don't.
So that's the newest. Yeah. All right. So you set like a community, like they call it community-based goals or whatever. A number. Once we hit a certain number of patrons, we'll do this. So the first big one was like, we'll take him to Disney, and then
So this one's Disney. The one before this was.
So our Patreon's been growing quickly, so we haven't been able to even shoot them before we're hitting the next goal.
Oh,
The one
okay.
before this was we take $10,000, we go down to Atlantic City, we walk in, we put it on black, and we see what happens.
All based upon we were drunk one night at fucking a steakhouse, and
And we don't really got $10,000. To be
yeah, like we
honest
just
with
started making money. We don't have $10,000 to lose.
It
put
hurt.
it that way.
And so, yeah. By the way, it hurts for everybody.
Of course, I
Just
know.
So we're clear.
So it really,
$10,000 for everyone stings a bit.
I know. Of course,
I met a dude. I saw a dude that I went to college with, Doug Faddis. Shout out to Doug Faddis. I had just gotten my beard shaved at one of those beard places, and I told him to do a goatee, and I had a full beard, and instead of doing a cool goatee, he just did a circle
Oh,
around. my
those are
lips.
the worst, dude.
So bad.
Those are fucking pervert city.
And I saw Doug Faddis, right? I had this horrible thing on my face, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to see him, but I was like, Doug, and he was like, hey, hold on. Fuck! And I saw this guy I haven't seen in 10 years. I was like, what's up? And he's like, just lost 5,000 on black. And I was like, how you doing? And he's like, I'm fine. What's on your face? And then he just walked away, and I was like, it's good seeing you, Doug.
The cooler.
Yeah, so you put 10,000 on black.
So then Akash goes, I'll double it. So the bet's going to be 20,000. So
So wait-
we're doing 10. He's doing 10. So,
but it's all costs his money and it goes to him, right?
if he hits, he gets his 10.
His
but
10, yeah. We split our 10.
Okay.
So,
But the job got fucked up from the jump.
yeah.
So tell me about the jump.
Well, hold on. So the bet originally started.
How
as,
have you guys not robbed a bank yet?
That's once we
guys
hit like 10,000
okay,
pesos. So
okay,
that's probably gonna be like
It's actually why we came here today.
put the money in a bag.
Kill the producer and burn the tapes.
Now, a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. Burnout can show up and you don't even know it's showing up. You can feel it in symptoms like lack of motivation, irritability, fatigue, and more. A lot of people associate burnout with work. Let me tell you something. You can get burnt out at home. You can get burnt out and not even know it. And the cause, and there's a lot of things that can cause us to feel burned out. BetterHelp Online Therapy wants to remind you to prioritize yourself. Talking with someone can help you figure out what is causing you stress in your life. I know for a fact, I was saying it the other day, I was walking down the stairs and I realized things are going great. Things are popping. They're all on, everything's going on all cylinders emotionally with me. And I realized it's because I've been talking about what's been going on in my life and I've been identifying certain things that I didn't even know were causing me stress. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. And that is what I do. I do phone sessions. I get on the treadmill. I kill two birds with one stone. And quite honestly, it's so much better than sitting in traffic and going to someone in person, in my opinion. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with your therapist in under 48 hours. Our listeners right now get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Bert. That's betterhelp.com/Bert. I'm a big tobacco guy. The ritual of putting in a dip and having a conversation is maybe one of the best rituals in the world. It makes the conversation better. If you're 21 and over and you dip or chew tobacco, pouches or long cut, you got to try this tobacco alternative, Black Buffalo Zero. Black Buffalo Zero is everything you love about dipping, just without the actual tobacco leaf, stem, or nicotine. It's dip literally made from edible green leaves and food-grade ingredients with the same flavor, texture, aroma, and pack as traditional tobacco products. No compromise required. They produce all the flavors we love. Wintergreen, mint, they got straight, they got peach, and they have blood orange. They sell their product at blackbuffalo.com. Black Buffalo Zero is available in both long cut and pouches. And if you're still seeking that little calming tingle with your dip, you can check out their regular product line as well. They also have a subscription model, so if you're forgetful like me, it can be delivered straight to your door. They're born in the Midwest, raised in the South. Black Buffalo proudly manufactures their products right here in the U.S. I can't imagine getting my dip from somewhere else. Black Buffalo's founders looked high and low for tobacco alternatives across the U.S. and even overseas, but nothing delivered the same satisfaction or high quality they were looking for. So they decided to make their own. They do it in small batch, so you can count on the best quality from Black Buffalo. We do it on the road. I know we're all getting on the tour bus now, and a lot of dudes dip on there, and I always want to dip. It's the smell of the wintergreen or the smell of the mint. Mint's my flavor that I long, and now I get to put a dip in and have a great conversation with some of the greatest comics. I am so thankful that we found Black Buffalo. The product has completely changed our lives on the road. It's 2022. Are you still dipping traditional tobacco or those white portion things? If so, and you're 21, it's time to get with Black Buffalo Zero. It's everything you love about dipping, just without the actual tobacco leaf stem or nicotine. Head to blackbuffalo.com and use the promo code BERT at checkout for 15% off your first order. That's the best offer you'll find, but you have to use my code BERT for 15% off your first order. One last time, that's the promo code BERT for 15% off your order. I've been listening to a lot of history podcasts lately, and what struck me crazy is that when Leif Erikson's dad died, Eric the Red, Leif Erikson was left on his own. No life insurance. Just there. His dad said, just take the boat and go. It makes sense why people need life insurance. You don't want to leave your kid life like Eric the Red did, especially the coverage, which it's surprisingly affordable these days. Why not pay a little bit each month to protect the ones you love? If you're asking yourself that question right now, choose Ladder. Ladder is 100% digital, no doctors, no needles, no paperwork when you apply for $3 million in coverage or less. Just answer a few questions about your health in an application. Just need a few minutes, a phone, a laptop to apply. Ladder's smart algorithm will work in real time, so you'll find out if you're instantly approved. No hidden fees, cancel at any time. Get a full refund if you change your mind in the first 30 days. Ladder's policies are issued by insurers with long, proven histories of paying claims. They're rated A and A+ by AM Best. Ladder's customers rate them 4.8 out of 5 stars on Trustpilot, and they made Forbes' Best Life Insurance 2021 list. Finally, since life insurance costs more as you age, now's the time to mark that off your list. So go to ladderlife.com/Bert today to see if you're instantly approved. That's LADDER life.com/Bert. Ladderlife.com/Bert.
So we were drunk and we were like, let's do one big roulette spin. So I don't know if you remember in Entourage, they like every time they go to Vegas, they do one $10,000 bet to see how the weekend's going to go. We're like, dude, doing the Entourage bet. I pull out the phone, I fire it up, we post it. Everybody's like, this is fucking sick. Wake up in the morning, find out the Entourage bet is $5 on red. That's what they're. So I'm like, fuck, we've already committed to 10,000. We're fucking idiots. So then we hit it. We get the money.
We get the cash
hang on.
out.
So how did it work? Because I know that there's a time where you double dutch in. So you go, you have your money and you walk straight.
Well, we're not
Here's
even
the
there.
thing. Here's the thing.
Akash screwed us.
We meeting at the studio. We're gonna drive down. We're renting a car. Normally we've been zipping around in fucking Suburbans and this and that. For some reason he rents a Nissan Armada. That's all they had. So that's jinx number 1. Jinx number 2, he goes.
This is where I go, you give me the.
Listen.
It gets bad. Get
the stage out. Then he goes to the bodega that we usually go to get his Bernies, his brand's Marlboro Lights, if you must know. All they got is Parliaments. He shows up with Parliaments. Strike number 2. Then I see the license plate on the Armada's California, which the last time we were in California, we got kicked out of an Airbnb and it ended up costing us 5 G's. That's strike number 3.
Okay.
Then we go around.
I'm so out. I'm so out.
I know.
Then we go around. We have to go to 2 different banks to get the money.
Because we don't have $10,000 in one bank account. I got to take it out of the business, part out of the business and part out of my.
So we do a 5 and 5 in Midtown.
He Venmos me money it's just like it's such a clusterfuck.
Okay.
Akash, so all right, we've done it. I got the suit on. He's got the satin jacket. We're looking sharp. And you know how Mojo works. You got
to keep the foot on the gas, baby.
Out. It's a fucking bank job. What are we doing?
The heat's on. Keep cooking.
The second
you're
she says
outside
no,
listening to
I'm
the
out.
radio.
Exactly.
I'm out. Once you say no, I'm out because this is energy.
Yeah, exactly.
If I say, let me tell you the best story you've ever heard, and your wife comes in and goes, hey, I got appetizers, you don't tell that story.
No.
That story never gets told to anyone. There was something wrong with that story.
Yeah.
Keep going. I know this.
So then we pick up Akash, who jumps in, dressed like he just won the World Series of Poker, expensive sweatpants on, real casual, whatever.
Yeah.
So we say, joking around, we're like, let us see your money. We're going to show you our. He's like, I'm going to get it when we get down there. And at the time, we were like, this is a gentleman
That's
that we
rich
know.
guy shit. I didn't know you could just go.
He lives in a nice building.
Does he think he's going to get a marker?
He thinks he's going to walk up, which makes sense, I guess. Or he's going to walk up and go.
He's got a big
give him like his unlimited Amex card and be like, hey, can I have 10,000? Like, charge my card for 10,000 and give me 10,000 in chips.
Okay.
But as a dirtbag between you and me, in the back of my head, I remember thinking the same.
I realized, it was like, this might not work out. Because I never heard anybody doing that, but I also don't know people who go cash in 20 grand. I've only gone, like, give me 600 out of the ATM. And
$1,000 is the most I've ever taken out of an ATM, I think. Keep going.
Sure.
Now, we had done some research about filming in there. We called a couple of places. We threw a couple of names around.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, you can't fucking do it.
The week leading up, I'm talking to security. I'm talking to this. They're going, absolutely fucking not. I'm like, we're with 2 big podcasts. Andrew throwing Schultz's name around like he's going to be there.
Andrew Schultz will be there.
Yeah, I'm like, he'll do a fucking event at the bar if you want him to.
You got to be there next weekend, by the way.
You're
doing 2 shows.
You got to do 20.
So it's real dicey. So we dropped Toby, our producer, and Akash's producer. Shout out to Big Kev. We dropped them off before we even get there.
So we just pull up in valet. You guys go
so
in,
we didn't pull in together. They got the phones to film us.
You find out, you set up in the slots, and you get a bird's eye view of
a couple of pill boxes going.
I like
right?
It. Okay.
So this is the
we felt really cool at this moment too. Like this is we're like dropping.
So now
when we get in there, no eye contact. They're gonna make us. Don't let them make us. Fucking eyes in the sky.
I love it. Do you guys enter at the same time, same place, same direction?
All come in. We walk into the casino floor.
Slow music in your heads playing.
The guys are already, of course. Yeah. Okay. What do you mean? Tarantino's directing this. I'm ready to go. Are you kidding me? So. Hey! Akash walks up to the counter, immediately shot down. Most I can give you is 1,000. We go up to the counter to change our money to chips. They were like, you got to do that at the table. We got 10 grand and 20s on us. Takes Akash about 45 minutes. He's pacing back and forth.
We got to give
on the
Akash
phone,
the money.
On the phone with Chase.
Dude, he's on the phone with Chase, and I look over. He's at the cashier, handing her the phone. I go, "Shit, this is bad. This is."
Meanwhile,
this is
I'm
bad.
like,
we're
you should never
standing.
be
all
handing
of
the
this is
cashier
bad.
your
We're
phone.
standing in the corner like the Boondock Saints, chain smoking
Dude, cranking
cigarettes, like we're
cigs,
ready to
just
fucking
like-
knock the place over. Looking
Oh,
real
this
suspect.
is so bad.
45 minutes goes by. We end up having to. I have to take 1,000 out of my personal, 1,000 out of the business. His big
1,000 from
Ken
his
gives-
producer,
Yes, but like,
which they
So
meet in the
you get
bathroom.
Akash to 10.
so we get Akash to 5. That's all we can get.
You know, Akash, part of his head is going, "Oh, this is working out perfect."
Yeah, he's going. I might save
His wife
5
is
grand.
pissed.
Yeah.
When we left,
Dude,
he's,
Akash didn't tell his wife.
Dude,
he
his-
told his wife.
His wife goes, "This isn't even your podcast. Like, what are you doing?"
Keep going.
so we walk up. We had the table scattered out. There was nobody at the table. Everything.
There's a
was
wide
chill.
open roulette table. We were just going to walk up, throw the cash on, because a lot of times cash can play. If you're like, I'm just putting it on black, cash can play.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Now we get there. There's an angry roofer with fucking jean shorts and a tape measure on.
He's literally has a tape measure on his side, like he's on lunch break, gambling his paycheck.
has about 100 grand in dollar chips. It's all pink, and they're everywhere. They're all
Everywhere.
over the fucking
And
board.
you just said, "Hey, can you guys take the next 15 minutes to
count-
count out?"
He's
count
not
out
having
20.
a good time. He's winning, but he ain't having a good
Yeah.
time. And we roll.
He's not
in,
up in life for sure.
Yeah, we roll in like
He's
fucking.
drinking Bud Light limes.
Yeah, dude. He's had a tough day.
We roll up like John Favreau, fucking trying to look cool to go cash his money in. The fucking lady that's working the wheel is training. There's a pit
It's her
boss
first
there.
day. She doesn't know how to count 5 $1 bills, let alone $15,000 in
25 minutes in the middle of this guy's
She's
roll.
swiping them. They're holding them up to the light. The pit bosses are coming over. She can't get them in the stuffer gets full because
The
it's
stuffer gets full.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's a fucking.
She's trying to cram them in like shit.
They're not
like the way
going-
I put my socks in the drawer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and as this
exactly.
is happening, we're starting to get a little bit of crowd of pit boss and employees.
Now people are coming
Are
through because
starting
there's
to
15
circle
grand
around.
on the table.
Yeah.
They're going. I think they got someone recording over by.
Yeah.
The,
And they're
my
going-
We got
God.
Mr. Happy staring at us with the cattle prod in his hand, fucking ready to throw
They
us
go, "Do you guys
down."
have a gamer card or anything?" We're like, "No." They're like, "You're betting $15,000. You don't have a fucking rewards card."
I should probably sign up for
Yeah,
a
I'm like,
card.
I should.
That's a good idea.
That's gonna take another hour. I'm like, I don't.
spend the night, everybody. They're gonna come a room. We're about to lose 20 grand.
What are the rewards playing?
Oh my god.
At least let me get a
Oh
hot
my
lunch out of
God.
this.
So
Oh,
by the
fuck.
time this all gets done, and she has to do this 3 times. Kevin, me, Guy rolls, Akash, fucking back and forth.
Because now he's pissed because he's jammed
He's-
up and he's on a heater, so we're cooling him.
He's cursing us.
He's pissed. He won't look at us. He's mumbling under his
Nah.
breath.
He's got our pictures in the freezer, old school.
fuck.
Putting
and
the
you guys
hex
are
on us.
and you guys are dressed up.
We're dressed
I
up.
have a PBR satin chalkline jacket on and a gold chain. I look like the biggest fucking jerk off.
So then get me to the fucking
We're there.
Okay.
She throws it in, spins around for
This-
about 3 seconds.
what size chips?
She gave me hundreds. He got
I
5.
had 500s,
He got 5.
like a
Me and
gentleman.
Akash got hundreds. He got 500s.
Okay,
But I'm
and then
like-
you stack them.
Stack
We each
them
got
up.
three big stacks.
Looks like downtown Dallas.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we're living. We're ready to fucking go.
I'm feeling
Everybody's around. People from the cafeteria are coming out.
I get
The
my
fucking-
phone out.
The guys cleaning up with the carts, they're stopping and looking. Here we go. About to be real big time on a Monday at noon.
Mhm.
Chink.
Yup.
30 red.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Fuck!
Yeah.
Fuck!
Dude, I hit the deck. Everybody, and then like within 2 seconds, everybody just walked away like it was nothing. And we're just
We
sitting
were at
there.
Applebee's 15 minutes
Yeah.
later, sitting at a high top ordering
Uh-huh.
iced teas.
It was a fuck, dude. It's pouring rain now. We come out the casino. It's torrential downpour. He's got a suit on. He's got a change. in
My
the
shirt's
parking garage.
untucked. I look like a fat kid at the end of a wedding.
Kid
It's a
loses his
nightmare.
balloon.
Dude, it's all of that. It's all, and you're in Atlantic City on Monday at fucking 2
Somebody
p.m.
walks up, just shoots the dog.
Clown gets out of an Uber. You dropped me off at the wrong hotel. Fuck. Fuck.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the thing with the Patreon is like, because it's like we're such new money of like we gotta not blow it, but we have to spend it as we gotta stay true to the character of being idiots with
Oh,
it.
I love
We're
it.
also dirtballs.
Yeah, we're also
No, but
don't get me
that's-
wrong. I'm an Action Jackson when it comes to roulette wheel. I didn't mind it.
By the way, that it might be one of my favorite stories that's ever been told on the podcast.
Oh, sweet.
You guys are so fucking funny.
Oh, thank you.
I got to get you guys. So we're redoing. I'm revamping. I know I'm saying this wrong. We're starting up my show. Something's Burning again.
Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah.
I used to do a cooking show called Something's Burning. Very popular. and we're gonna start it up again. We're gonna release all the episodes. I'm not sure where we're releasing them, but I have all the episodes. We're gonna release them somewhere, and maybe I wonder. If, I don't know. Anyway, and so we're gonna do episodes. I got to get you guys
Of course,
to do an
man.
episode. We'll fly you out. We're gonna do them in July.
Yeah,
you,
we'll
guys,
come out
you
for
have time
sure.
in July.
We're off.
Yeah.
on
We'll
July.
fly you guys out. We'll put you up. We got to get Tim Dillon on an episode too.
There you go.
Oh, God damn it. Fuck. Okay. But God, that's a good story. Yeah, not to story for story, and this will never
Sure,
it'll
of
never
course.
live
Yeah,
up
yeah.
to it. But so roulette's my game. Roulette's my
So
game.
you guys were just playing not too long ago somewhere.
I was-
it was on your Instagram or so.
Well, yeah.
What's the most you ever made?
So I'll tell you that story. I had one run. I used to do my buddy Cowhead's cruise, Mike Calta's
Yeah.
cruise. If you're ever in Tampa, you got to do the Mike Calta show. Okay.
Yeah, we've done things with him and Bobby. and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He's
yeah.
a sweetheart. He's
Yeah,
awesome.
he's the fucking
Yeah.
greatest. So so I did one time. I went on his cruise and I went in to gamble and I took out $100 and I put it on the table, spread it out, and my number and black hit, and I went woo, and so my number's 11, and so
I'm an 11 man
I
myself.
pull my chips out. I leave the numbers that hit. You always leave.
Always
the numbers that hit.
double up. That's a freebie. Hits again.
11 and black hits again.
Really?
And I went whoa.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm like, holy shit. So my other numbers, 20 or 22.
I'm a 21 man. But
Next
I respect
one,
it.
20 hits. Next one, 22 hits.
What?
I think all on, I don't think they're all black, but I end up hitting 4 times in a row, grab it. I think I walked away with like $1,300 total.
Great.
And walked out. But that hails in comparison to this story. So we were in Vegas the day I got this watch.
Right? Which wasn't that long ago, correct?
It was very recent.
Yeah, you told the story.
Yeah, I
you
told you
us
the story.
about it.
So maybe I told you the story on your podcast.
Yeah.
I tell you the story?
Not about roulette, just about the watch.
So
I think we asked about the watch.
Agents are there, managers there. It's a great fucking room. Virgin Hotel. I think I'm coming back to the Virgin Hotel this September. I can't say anything.
Okay.
But I had to apologize profusely to Louis J. Gomez because I was supposed to do Skanks Fest.
Oh yeah.
But I signed a contract with the Virgin.
Gotcha.
And so you can't just go around and do spots.
Sure.
You have a place that you play in Vegas.
Of course.
So and Louis, by the way, was the fucking coolest.
He's the
And
best.
if I've ever
I love
dealt with,
Louis.
and if I've backed out on things, and sometimes people even turn it into a bit where they're like, yeah, but I'm gonna break your balls online. You're like, yeah, but I don't want. But you realize that me and you know that, but then
And not everybody else.
not
knows
everyone
that.
else, and I got to deal with a lot of shit.
Mhm.
Louis just goes, hey man, I totally get it. I totally get it. We'll make something work. We'll figure out a time we can do something.
He's the best.
And then
Love
he's
him.
like, good luck on Fully Loaded, man. I think that sounds awesome. Like, dude, Louis is the best.
He's a great
Yeah.
guy.
And so
that festival's banging too.
That's a
It was
great
so much
time,
fun.
dude. Funnest,
Skank
craziest,
Fest. Skank
craziest.
Fest, without a doubt.
It's
3
a
days of
good
my life.
Skank Fest is, someone asked me, they go, is Fully Loaded like Skank Fest? Not at all.
Mhm.
Skank Fest is a fucking event.
It's a
party.
It's a party for like
It's awesome.
3 days, 4 days. That I did Skanks. I didn't think I did the first Skanks Fest
Mhm.
or maybe the second one. And it was, I mean, we got there and we started drinking at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we didn't have a show until later that night. Did a live podcast. Someone urinated on something. I mean, it was a fucking event.
It's wild.
It was
Dude,
fucking.
there was like boxing matches.
One of my favorite memories ever, and this is for any Legion of Skanks fans that remembers this. And I want you to know, when you do this to me, I know who you are. Meaning, when you do this to me, I know who you are, and you make my heart swell. We ended up at the Creek in the Cave, had a downstairs bar, right?
Yeah.
We ended up at the downstairs bar, shirtless, me with about 100 Legion of Skanks fans, are all shirtless, and we weren't allowing anyone in the room until they took their shirt off. And we were chanting, one of us, one of
It's real
us.
cult shit. I like
And
it.
someone would come in and we just started, one of us. And then they'd take their shirt off and then
Everybody-
they'd, one of us.
Yeah.
I had someone come up to me the other day and just goes, very discreetly, he goes, one of
Wow.
us. And I was like, you were there.
just got
Only those
chills.
people that remember it. So anyway, back to my Virgin Hotel.
Right.
Mhm.
So we're at the Virgin Hotel. We have a good show. I get a watch. I'm feeling great. We have a big group of people have come out. A bunch of people at CIA, a bunch of people at Netflix, a bunch of people at Spotify came out
Mhm.
Nice.
to see the show. Yeah, there was a really great group of people, and we end up going down to the craps table. Craps table is fine. We all hit big. I think maybe I walk with like $5,000, maybe enough that I don't really like. I'm like now I'm playing with someone else's money.
You got 5 G's on you.
Yeah. No, I don't. I have $1,000.
You said
1,000.
5. You were gonna say 500, then you said it sounded like
Okay.
you said 5,000.
Oh no, I've said $1,000.
So you got $1,000 on you.
I have $1,000.
A jihad, as we call it in the biz.
A
You
jihad.
got some big wigs with you.
I got a pocket full of the Taliban. So I take Osama.
I put him on black.
And now, by the way, this is masks. You're supposed to be wearing masks.
Okay.
Now I'm not wearing a mask because I don't believe in the virus. But the
Shout out to Rogan.
roulette dealer, an Asian woman, is wearing her mask.
Mm-hmm.
And I go over to the roulette table, and it's just me. And
I love that. I love a blackjack table by myself. I love a roulette table by myself.
By myself.
Love it.
I'm gonna fuck up on the numbers. So because I'm sure I've told this story before differently, but I know the one part that's true is I take or that is accurate number wise is I take $100 and put it on 11.
Whoa.
Put $100 on 11, and then I put the rest of whatever's in my pocket. It maybe at the time is in $200, $400. I put that on black, and I just go, and it's just me and her. And she looks around and she does the, and I go, yeah. And she spins it. And I am looking, and there's a group of people that we have bus call in about 30 minutes. And there's a group of people sitting there talking, and no one's really listening. And I look up at her, and all I see, and it's the best. I'm going to use this. Some guy wrote this fucking book. I'll use this book as an example. It's the best feeling I've ever seen. This is her mask. Okay. And I don't need words. This is what happened. 11 hits, and I see this. To me, that's all I see, and I just go.
That's
And
great.
she just goes, 11's a winner, and just starts stacking the chips. No one says a word. I take like $500. I give it to her.
Ooh.
I take my cash. I just walk away.
Oh, love that.
Me and her. No one saw it. The only thing similar to that. This is one of my favorite moments in life. Bobby Kelly and I were in Lake Havasu with the guy named Matt Frost, who works over at CAA, and a guy named Vincent Nastri, who represents comics and mostly actors right now. And we were sitting at an outdoor bar, and I was drinking a Corona, and Matt Frost and Bobby Kelly came over and with Vincent Nastri, and they sat down and they sat our beers down. And next to the pool was a 7-story hotel with a balcony. And a woman in a red dress is standing on the balcony. And I look over and I see her, and she sees me, and she points at me. And then she goes, and then lifts her dress all the way up. And shows me herself totally naked, no panties, no bra, anything. Lowers her dress and goes, and walks inside. And I went,
What the fuck?
Damn.
Man, that's the sexiest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
there's only one other moment.
I'd have been banging at every door on the 7th floor.
I've been counting like,
Hello?
I told everybody. Okay, another moment. Ready? I'm sitting at my buddy Alan Rieger's house. There is a lizard. There's a lizard and a caterpillar. We just got coffee and we just smoked a bowl. Me, my buddy, I think my buddy Obi, my buddy Wicho, my buddy Alan. It's like a Sunday morning.
No, Obi, Wicho, Alan.
And we had a coffee, and they're coming out. We just smoked a bowl, and I'm looking at this lizard and this caterpillar, and it's almost like they're talking back and forth to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to go, hey guys, doesn't it look like they're and I go, hey guys, take a look at this. Tell me if, and the lizard eats the caterpillar, and they go, what? And I go, nothing.
Never mind. We're all good here. Keep it moving.
Yeah, and nothing.
You sound like a psycho.
My buddy,
It was a caterpillar, I swear to God.
my buddy one time, I can't say his name. Let's just call him Old Crow. Okay. That's the
Okay.
name of this drink. If I just moved to Tallahassee.
You could have just chose like Bill or something.
No, because his real name, bleep this out. Make sure you bleep this out. Right.
Okay.
So, but that's the fun part of this guy.
Gotcha.
He goes, I just moved to New York, and he calls my landline, no cell phones at the time, calls my landline, and I answer it, and I go, hello, and he goes, hey, Bert. It's Old Crow. I said, what's up, buddy? And he goes, nothing, heard you moved to New York. I said, yeah. And he goes, hey, man, you remember that Pi Phi Bridget? And I said, yeah. And he goes, well, last night, I walk out of Ken's, she follows me to the truck. As I walk in my truck, she throws me in the truck, and I fucked the shit out of her. And I was like, really? He goes, man, best sex I've ever had in my fucking life. I said, hey, man, aren't you engaged? And he goes, yeah. I said, well, shit. Are you cool with it? And he goes, yeah, I'm fine. I don't give a fuck. I said, can I ask you a question? Why are you telling me this story? And he goes, well, you're in New York right now, huh? I said, yeah. And he goes, you don't really see anybody we hang out with in college? I said, no. And he goes, I had to tell somebody. I've told that story to fucking everybody.
That's fantastic.
So Disney, when's Disney start?
We're going down at the end of June, in like 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah,
right?
the 27th through the 30th will be down there.
Yeah.
27th through the 30th in Orlando. 27th through the 30th. 27th through the 30th. I'm trying to think of what hookups I got for you guys in Orlando. Because I grew up in Florida, but I got it 27th through the 30th of June.
Yeah, so we're doing that. We have another one. We have a family reunion coming up. We're having like all of our favorite guests. Not favorite, all of the people in New York at the moment, or I think people, Sam Talent, Josh Potter, we're flying out for it. We're doing
Talent is
love
so
Sam.
fucking
The best.
dude.
We're doing
Potter too.
Potter is fucking awesome.
We're doing a gathering at a little place called Dave and Buster's.
Yeah, we're doing a Tootie's family reunion at
Really?
Dave and Buster's.
Maybe
Really?
a dinner at the Olive Garden before. We'll see if we can get a
Yeah,
table.
you get a private room
See,
or
we got a
something,
table.
and then we're gonna do we haven't announced it, but we're gonna do $1,000 for the best Papa shot or whatever. It's gonna be like a fucking carnival.
And so you're gonna invite fans down?
No, it's just audience,
Just
comics.
Just
sorry.
comics. And
Just
this is when
We haven't said it yet, but we're off in July, so probably July sometime. Yeah.
Okay, and then I can get you guys out here in July to do a Something's Burning.
Love
course,
that.
yeah,
What do you
That
mean?
would be fucking great. What would be your ideal meal you'd like me to make? I mean, I feel like I should try to recreate either Papa John's or Domino's. I feel like I could
There
do
you go.
Italian food.
A chicken parm or an eggplant parm would be all right. We were talking
Chicken
about
parm.
The
that.
trashiest is the marsala.
Chicken marsala. That's
Uh,
what my
We're
mom
all going to
does.
get the marsala.
Mhm.
He wants a
My
salad.
mom.
I'll
everywhere.
have the soup.
What cocktails?
I'm a Manhattan man. If we're doing cocktails, I like a nice old fashioned or a Manhattan, or even
Okay.
something on the rocks, or just beers.
No. I think we need to do cocktails.
Yeah.
I think we need to do cocktails. Who else should I have as guests? Who else do you think are really would be fun guests on Something's Burning?
Obama.
Yeah, Obama. Chris
Elon Musk.
Pine.
Yeah.
Chris Pine. Elon Musk. Someone was just going off on Stabby. He's fucking.
Stav's nuts.
I get Stav.
Stabby would be
Oh, I
great.
get Stav
Stav,
and Nick,
yeah.
Nick Mullen.
Yeah.
Right? Just get
Stabby
the Come
would be
Town
great.
guys.
Yeah.
Who else is on Come Town? There's 3 dudes. Stav, Nick,
And Adam.
and Adam. I keep fucking forgetting Adam. I'm sorry, Adam. Maybe I'll get the whole
There
Come
you
Town
go.
out here.
There you go.
God, can I tell you, I'm supposed to spend time with my daughter tonight, and I don't want to. I just want to call Tim Dillon and go, let's go to a steakhouse.
Yeah.
Ooh, couple tomahawks.
I've been trying to lose weight too. And
That's why I didn't want to get the pastries. I knew you were trying to lose weight.
No.
That's for the girls.
No, the girls are gonna fucking
Yeah,
like
that's for
that.
the
I didn't realize there was a bunch of friends over as well.
Isla's gonna fucking. Oh, they're all sleeping in the podcast or screening room right now. I walked up, it's pitch black, and they're a bunch of. It's so fucking weird because then I've never really lived here. I've never lived here
For a substantial amount of time.
for more than 3 days. I've never stayed in this house for more than 3 days. So when I'm home, I never get the coolest parts of having kids sometimes is their friends are over and you're all busting balls.
Yeah, it's great. I used to love that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Somebody's cool dad
It's
eating
cool,
over.
Dad. You're hanging. You're in the kitchen. Everybody's in the kitchen or whatever,
He
breaking
gets
each other's
it.
balls.
It's the best.
this girl last night said the funniest thing. And it's funny because I want to explain comedy to them. Meaning I want to explain why they're funny.
Why that? I love doing that. People are you don't know that's funny because if I'm hanging out with one of my younger cousins,
Yeah.
I'm that's so funny. You don't even know it's because A, B, and C.
Well, she said something so casual. Me and my wife were crying, laughing. We were talking about bad breakups, and I said I had a really bad one. I never broke up with anyone. I just cheat on them until they found out I was cheating, and then they break up with me, or I treat them like shit until the point they were
What are we doing?
what are we doing here?
You
And
know,
I'd be like, well, I guess you want to break
normal
up.
healthy stuff.
Yeah, really healthy
a
stuff.
relationship.
Yeah. And so I said I had a really bad breakup where I took the girl to. It's a longer story, but it's I went to my first yoga class, and at the end, in Child's Pose, the guy's like, if you got one thing in your life that you don't like, you can fix it. And I was like, oh, it's too hard. And he goes, don't think it's too hard. And I was like, oh, is the guy reading my mind? he goes, say what it is. And I
This
said,
guy's a Jedi.
yeah. He's gorgeous. Sleeves and tattoos, up and arms,
Really?
just beautiful.
Love that on a guy.
So he goes,
What?
He goes, don't negate it. Say what it is. And I said, it's this chick. And he goes, now fix it. And he goes, if you're saying it's someone you don't want to be in a relationship, break up with him today. I go, motherfucker.
Damn.
So I walk up to the guy. I go, I'm with my buddy Croy. I go, hey man. And he goes, I saw you talking to yourself when I was doing the thing. So I do, as comics, sometimes we'll like, as we're writing a bit, we're like,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
he goes, I said, yeah. He said, what's your thing? And I said, what? He goes,
Finger
the
in
thing,
the ass.
what the finger?
Nipple play. What's yours? You want to get out of here and grab a drink?
It's tattoos, and you got it. I said, it's this chick. And he goes, break up with her. And I go, well, it's not that easy. And he goes, no, it's exactly that easy.
That easy, yeah.
It's that easy. By the way, I hope there's someone listening to this right now.
Yeah, do it, man.
That goes,
your life sucks right now, and it's because of that relationship.
it's because of that relationship. And a great life is available for you tomorrow.
Yeah.
This is everything he was saying to me was like, you're not happy with her.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you something, you'll never make her happy because you're not happy with her. Give yourself a great life. It's there for you tomorrow. And he
That
goes,
weight off your shoulders, that fucking, yeah, it's
he
great.
goes, give me your phone.
I might get a divorce right now. Let's do it.
I give him my phone, and he just flips it open. Tell me your name. I tell it, and he hits send, and he goes, tell her you want to go to dinner with her right now, and promise you're going to break up with her. She answers. I go, hey, do you want to go to dinner? And he's like, yeah. She's like, yeah, I'd love that. And I was like, cool. And he was awesome. Hangs up, and he goes, you promise yourself you're going to break up with her tonight, and your great life is tomorrow. It's there tomorrow. And I'm like, motherfucker. So I go on a hike with my buddy Croy. Incubus had just come out. That's what, if that puts any, you remember that?
Sure.
The band?
But yeah, the band, but they.
Part of me.
No,
Oh, Drive?
driving away. Is it 311 or Incubus?
That's not Incubus. I
Yeah,
don't
I'm telling
think.
Incubus.
It's not Incubus. Incubus is bong, bada, bong, bong. That's Incubus.
I don't know what that is.
What's the one that goes? They all had
Bong, bada, bong.
red tattoos.
Talking about Law and Order?
Yeah. Boom, boom,
Play an
boom,
Incubus
boom,
song
boom.
so I know what it sounds like.
They have Drive and Part of Me, where they're two big ones.
Pardon me while I burst.
Let me hear it. Yeah, Incubus had just come out.
Okay.
And so I go on a hike with my buddy Croy, and I just keep saying mantra-wise, I'm breaking up with her. I'm breaking up. I mean, I got so hyped for this breakup. It was like I was in the locker room at Notre Dame getting ready to play Miami, going, come on, fucking put some pads on somebody. We're going to fucking take their heads off. And so we go out to dinner, and the second we sit down,
Love the burrata, please.
The whip
I'm going to
burrata.
start off with something.
we went to a sushi restaurant. And
Take a dynamite roll and we're through.
I did, nope. I just went, I want to break up. Second we sat down. And then
We're going to need a minute.
and
Circle back in 30 seconds. See what she wants. I'll be gone.
What the fuck? I know you stayed an 8.
I broke up too fast. I hadn't even ordered a drink
Yeah, wait
yet.
till the apps are
I
in.
know.
What's wrong? Because she's going to leave.
No, she sat there. We had a whole fucking meal.
Oh, you're an idiot.
I was an idiot. I was like, I want to break up. And then they're like, can we get you guys drinks? And I was like, oh, fuck, we haven't even ordered drinks. I was like, this is going to be a long dinner. She's like, what do you guys want? Start off with some starters? We're like, yeah, we'll get some starters. I think we're going to jump right to the main.
Yeah. We're a little peckish.
Oh,
Bring those out.
Yamashiro is the restaurant. So anyway, my point is I tell the girls this, right? I tell the girls this. And this one girl, I won't say her name. This one girl goes, yeah, I'm not good at breakups. They always go weird. I broke up with my one boyfriend, and I said, how long are you dating? She goes, we were dating like 2 years. It was like a real boyfriend. And I broke up with him, and he didn't take it well. And I go, well, how not? And she goes, he said, on my dog's birthday? And I couldn't stop laughing. And all the girls laughed, and
You
I
didn't
went,
think of patches during all this, did you?
What's she gonna
You're
think,
so
huh?
selfish.
on my dog's birthday? And I said to them, and sometimes I get a little over exuberant. I say, girls, that's comedy.
Mm-hmm.
I said, that's what comedy is. Like, that moment is comedy. So, like, as a comic, we would take that one moment and build around it.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Sure.
and it's kind of lost on them. I think all of them are like, we're not going to be a fucking comedian.
Yeah.
But I wanted to say,
Just get the pizza, Mr. Kreischer.
Yeah.
the fact that you recognized the good thing to say in the story
Yes.
Sure.
and shared with us
Sure.
identifies what us comics do, and the fact that you guys are all laughing, and the fact that you guys are all fucking busting balls on this one kid now. Now they're like lighting him up.
Yeah.
And I go, this is what comics do.
Sure.
I fucking
I think
loved it.
recognizing that throughout our childhood too is what, you know, we were the ones that recorded that. Like when your uncle did something like, oh, the way he did that there, like your dad said something.
Yeah.
There was
You,
such
you were popping those into your files.
there was especially in my family, there was such a premium on being funny at like the Christmas party, at the barbecue. It's like, oh, fucking Kevin, Brendan, they're all over there fucking, you know, Uncle Mike's holding court right now or whatever. And I would just look and be like, oh, I've seen him tell this story 3 times.
Yeah.
My
And he hits the
sisters-
same
Uncle
beats.
Mike
This
and your
time
dad
he's
are the
riffing.
funniest guys you'll ever you'll ever meet. You know?
Yeah.
One of his friends from the Navy or something like that, just coming and murdering.
And then you met the unfunny people, the people that were like, we'll just take his pants off and throw him on the roof. And you're like, these guys seem to feel like bullies.
Yeah.
It's-
And you're like,
A bit of a hammer.
yeah. My sisters were the funniest human beings.
yeah, we had that too. My aunt's sister. Yeah, it was wild.
My sisters to this day are the 2 funniest human beings alive that I know. But my little sister Connie moved out to LA. I wanted her to be a comic. And she was like, I don't want to do it. And I was like, you're the funniest human being. I mean, when she decides to turn it on you, it is like, I had them clean out my closet one time and I had a pair of running shoes that I think that I got from a podcast sponsor. And they were ergonomic. So they kind of looked like flippers. Like it was just like
Not the things with the lifts on them in the front.
No,
From Seinfeld, the jumper thing.
no. They were
Bert's getting angry.
they were what was the name of those? But they made them to look, instead of like angled at the front, it looked like your feet. It wasn't your toes.
I know
but
what
it
you
looked
mean.
like your feet. It was a really ugly looking shoe.
That's wild.
And I had them over Sober October. I got them for Sober October and I ran in them but they were ugly as fuck. And my sister, she killed me. She goes, we're getting rid of these fucking shoes. And I said, actually, they're really good shoes. And she goes, for what? Standing up against the wall and licking windows? And just so quick. And I went,
damn, yeah.
yeah, just so quick.
Well, I think we appreciate it more when someone is that quick, because you go, I know how hard it is to come up with that line and then to have the timing. And like my one buddy Phil is like fantastic at it. He's like a fucking CPA or whatever. But like, so we were helping one of our friends move, and she was a lesbian, and the timing, while I was like out of a fucking Seth Rogen movie, he just kept every time he moved something, go, well, found the dildos. And like he'd pull the dresser out. He's like, there's more back here. It's like, but like, dude, he would pop his head out down the hallway. Found more. It was just, I'm like, I'm like, how do you not? That's crazy.
My buddy Weecho, when we were moving out of our apartment, we were moving out of our apartment in New York, and I go grab a box, and it's labeled pillows and blankets. I looked up, I go, this is heavy as fuck. I go, how many fucking pillows did you cram in here? I take it down. The next one says plastic cups. I'm like, these are the fucking heaviest plastic cups. And I get the next one, it says dreams and thoughts. And I go, are you labeling these? He goes, I've been labeling them so that you carry the heavy ones
Yeah,
the
you
whole time.
grab it. That's great.
And
It's all cast iron skillets.
It's my rock collection.
it's fun to be around funny fucking
Oh,
people.
I love it. And like, that's all I ever thought. Like I said, it's like, whoever the funny, let's all have beers and sit at the bar and break balls or tell stories.
If you're funny, then I only see you as that forever. So like what sucks is like when you watch a comic get in trouble, but you still know the funny side of them.
Yeah.
Like all you know is the funny side. Like I remember when, all the shit was going with Rogan, my only thought ever about Joe is the hardest he ever made me laugh. Like I remember him, we were high as fuck, and he goes, like really high. And he goes, do you think if you could throw a fish 10 feet in the air and it grew wings, like if it got to 10 feet in the air, it grew wings, it could fly, do you think we'd have any fish left? And I could not stop laughing at the idea that it would be so fun to go fishing and then catch it and then go, watch it go. Watch it go. We were crying fucking
You'd
laughing.
be fishing every day.
It would be
day.
so fun. You would never see a fish that you didn't throw in the air.
Yeah.
No one would be a pescatarian. But like, I love funny, like, I love being around funny fucking people.
I know. And there is like the obviously business side of this. So to appreciate of like, oh yeah, like I'm like, me and him, we travel across the country. I'm like, I get to hang out with my best friend. We make each other laugh harder than anybody else. It's like we have each other's numbers. Like I know how to make him come. It's like we have it down to a science. And I'm like, we just get to travel around and break balls and laugh and go out to it's like, I'm like, it's crazy.
Dude, it's my favorite thing about Two Bears, One Cave is, and I have to travel to go see Tom, but I get so excited when we start, like when we go, because I go, I'm just going to get a moment where he gets me and I get him. It's such a fun, like during the pandemic when he was here, it was like, and you weren't allowed to see anybody, but because it was work, and it was like, it was, I think, necessary, whatever.
Yeah, the broadcasting or whatever, the media.
And those are and you weren't talking to anyone, so you had no material that you were giving out. You were only giving your material to your friends.
You had a surplus of it, yeah.
And when you haven't seen them in a long time, and you get those that first couple waves of giggles out, that's the best. Dude. We're always the funniest, comics, I think, when we're around the funniest people. Like, we talking about the thing with like aunts and uncles and all that stuff. My friends in high school that like, when I see them, they're funny. My dad. So when you're around people like that, you're even more, you know what I mean? It elevates you a little bit.
You should
you're
almost
even more funny.
If you're listening to this, you should almost write down a list of the people that make you laugh the most.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of times.
Spend more time with that guy or that girl.
A lot of times you have people that are really funny, but you don't, for whatever reason, you don't, like my buddy Tony Hernandez is like a huge success. I grew up with him. He does all my specials. He does everything. I mean, he might be one
like
of the
Jack's Media.
Yeah, just Tony Hernandez. Yeah. So he is the funniest.
Made him sound like he was an English teacher or something like that. Holy shit!
Yeah, he is the funniest fucking human being alive. But he's the funniest. I mean, I would not be in comedy without him because
you guys grew up together.
We grew up together in Tampa.
Wild.
Yeah, we grew up together in Tampa, and then he lived across the street from me in New York. We both moved to New York at the same time.
He's a badass, man.
He's a dude. First of all, he's got such good sensibility. Like I had a joke in Secret Time where it was pretty racist, and I didn't realize it. And Tony's known me long enough where he, and Tony's a tad bit more woke than I am, and he just goes, "I love it. I think it's great, but can we just change that one part where you do the thing?" And I go, "Why?" And he goes, "Oh, I don't know. I think you might have a little blind spot to certain things." But the way he says it to me is like one of my first jokes I ever wrote, I was sitting in my apartment with him. We both were out of work. We're in New York. And the dating game came on. And I go, and it's one of those things, like I said, with that little girl, you don't realize you're being funny. You're just talking. And I said, and he goes, they go, "Bill, if you could take her on a perfect date, bachelor number 2, if you could take her on a perfect date, what's your perfect date?" And I go, "Oh, give me this fucking opportunity. I'd love to hit this one out of the park." And Tony goes, "What would be your perfect date?" And I just go, "All right, Jane, you start snorting, you start drinking around 6, and you've never tried cocaine before. Next thing you know, you're snorting coke off my cock, doing dick freezes. Ha, ha, ha." And then Tony goes, "That's a joke."
Yeah.
And I went, "What?" And he goes, "Say that tonight on stage." I go, "What?" When he goes, "No, say the build up of like, I wish I could be on the dating game."
Right.
And then say that guy's answer. And then that guy's answer was like, "We'd go watch a sunset. I'd rub you down."
Yeah. And a nice Italian dinner.
Yeah. And then I wish I could be on that show. And I was like, "Oh." And then Love Connection came on next. And he goes, "What's your joke here?" I'm literally, and I've been doing stand-up. I just was bad.
Sure.
And I was like, "Oh," I go, "I'd love to." They always freeze it mid. Remember Love Connection? They'd freeze it mid sentence. Be like, and so I just like history. And so he's like, "That's a great act out. What would yours be?" And I was like, "I like girls that like it rough." You ever heard of a donkey punch? This is
Sure.
22 years ago, so it was not what it is today. I go, "I turn you around, and right as I'm about to go, like, oh! and he goes, "There you go. There you got 2 jokes." And I went, "Motherfucker." But he
look out, Dangerfields. Here he comes.
He was one. He is one of the
killing.
funniest human beings. One of the funniest human beings I know, and one of the smartest brains. Like he just has a real good comedy brain. Where like I remember him very quickly saying, "This is a long time ago." He goes, Amy Schumer's funny as fuck," and I was like, "What?" I was like, "Amy?" And he was like, "Dude, I'm telling you, that girl's gonna be a star." And I was like, I think she had done Last Comic Standing, and I'd done a TV show with her, and he was like, "I'm telling you right now, man, she is quick, she's sharp, she's pretty, she is going to be a fucking huge star." And I was like, "I don't see it."
cut to.
Cut to.
Yeah.
Hey, Amy.
$400 million later or whatever.
Yeah. He's a really smart dude. But that's a fun thing is identify the people that make you laugh the hardest and then reach out to them and be like, hey man, I haven't seen you in a while. We should go get a drink or go sit down. Yeah. God, this has been a great fucking podcast.
Yeah, man, this has been awesome.
You guys always deliver.
Oh, thanks.
Thank
you guys
buddy.
always fucking deliver. Every time you guys do anything, it's fucking enjoyable.
Thank you.
What's your
man.
Patreon? Let's get everyone to sign up for your Patreon.
Yeah, it's patreon.com/areyouGarbage.
And then what's the next threshold? You got Disney, then what?
We have
Camping trip.
a camp. We have the family reunion at Dave and Buster's that we already hit. We're gonna have to shoot that in like a couple of weeks or whatever when we're off the road, and then a camping trip that we're about to hit as well, where we're gonna rent a Winnebago or something and drive out to like a fucking somewhere for the weekend, and and we are it's right there. Our guy,
Old school.
our producer
Like it.
T-Bone, he shoots everything. So like so each one of these goals turns into like a 10 to 15 minute video on the Patreon. So like you have us in New York getting the money out for the roulette spin, and then us driving down the whole 9 yards.
So that
So we
turns
document the whole
in,
thing.
so it's
Yeah.
extra more content.
yeah, it's like you get the full 20-minute video or
I'm trying
whatever.
to think where the best place for you guys to go camping is.
Yeah, I don't know
I've
anything
done-
about
I've
it.
done a lot.
We haven't done any. I've never.
Well,
But we're making s'mores. I know that.
Yeah.
oh,
couple
man,
of hot
some
dogs
or something.
s'mores. So then the podcast, Are You Garbage?
Podcast is Are You Garbage?
And
yeah.
then are you guys on the road at all?
Yeah, we're on
Yeah.
the road a lot. We're just announced, like 10 new dates.
Pull it up on the screen if you can.
I don't know where it is. I have it.
August 11th will be in Red Bank, New Jersey.
Red Bank, New Jersey.
Ooh.
And
That's
then
the first one as we pick up. We're chilling for July. Starts back up in August.
Start
we
back
have
up.
Seattle, Portland, Kansas City, Springfield, Missouri, St. Louis, Nashville, Indy, and then we're adding, a whole bunch more too. That's just like kind of the next
Holy
batch coming
shit.
out. Yeah, it's pretty good. We each co-headline the show because we don't do live pods. We just each co-headline, and
Yeah.
then we close out 15, 20 minutes together just dicking around
Playing
with
with the crowd.
we found out everybody wants to ask their garbage question.
Yeah.
So they go like, is it garbage if your mom fucking sucks your dad's asshole or whatever? And then we just, it's just like
Actual
crowd work.
question.
Kind of.
Yeah, I think the answer is yeah.
Yeah, it's
If you
nice.
know about it, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so then are these Red Bank? Where is that? What is that? The Count Basie?
That Count Basie, but we're doing the small room.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's like.
So they're
400
intimate,
people or
more
something.
intimate shows.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we'll just do like a club. We do 3 one night, like on a run. We'll do 3 one-nighters at a club. So we'll do we just did Denver, Salt Lake, and Phoenix. Like
Phoenix.
back to back to
Comedy
back.
Works.
Comedy Works, CB
Wise
Live,
Guys.
and
Wise
Chicago.
Guys,
We did
yeah.
two shows at Zany's Old Town, and we did one at Rosemont, which is
Yeah.
awesome.
So we're starting to move some tickets. So it's really fucking
because
cool.
everybody knows the show, so it creates that vibe.
This is gonna sound
it's
so
chill.
silly, but like as I talk to you guys, I'm jealous. I go, I wish I had a fucking podcast with my best friend. I really think that sometimes, and then I go,
We're very
"Oh, I
fortunate.
do. I
Yeah.
do.
Oh yeah, you do. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're good. Yeah.
I do. This is how fucking stupid me and
That's
Tom
so
are.
funny.
Tom called me yesterday and he goes, "Hey man, we should probably start an LLC."
What?
I went, "Yeah, because we have a handshake deal right now." And he was like,
Yeah, but the money's not going. The money's going to a company that's then filtering it out.
yeah,
You're saying it probably goes through him, like his production company.
We
or
just
something.
get. I mean, maybe I shouldn't talk about our business. We're just two dudes who trust each other. Who
we have a
work
handshake
together.
deal
Yeah.
as well.
We've
Yeah.
just been Venmoing each other.
Yeah.
I've been robbing them blind, but it's a
80
handshake
grand a
deal.
clip. Psychos. That's awesome.
Even if Tom was robbing me, I'd have to just take the charge and be like, "Well, I still make more money than I would."
Dude, we get into it all the time.
I'm kind of getting to that point too.
Yeah, he's
if
like-
he's skimming a little icing off the top, I don't even know about
I'm
it.
like, you're richer than you've ever been. Shut the fuck up.
He
all
can have
right?
a couple chocolate chips while he's making the cookies. You know what I mean?
We did. This is. I could. So wait, do you guys do the birthday presents like Tom and I? You should.
Well, we did Christmas presents, and it ended poorly. It ended really poorly.
Ours is ending poorly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're at $100,000 right now.
I know.
It's a fucking nightmare.
I know. We capped it at this is also the first year we've made money. So it's like,
I bought him a nice bass guitar. And he
Oh, I
fucking
remember we talked about
slapped
this.
me in the face.
He goes, he's like, Kippy needs a hobby. Him and Toby were talking. He's like, Kippy needs a hobby. I'll get him a bass guitar. I'm like, you just chose
He
my
played,
hobby.
he
That's
played
not-
one. He played one in high school. I thought it'd
yeah,
be
but like,
reminiscent.
I also
Beautiful guitar. It was $2,000.
It was $600. I think he was lying about the 600 too.
Yeah, that's the hard part. You can't really. It's $2,000. So what do you guys do after this? Where are you going after this?
We're done, and then today we have we're doing just sets at Schaub's Improv show at the Hollywood Improv.
Is it bad if I bring my daughter to the Improv show and put her in the green room and go to a spot? It's like I'm supposed to spend time with my daughter, but all I want to do is do comedy shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have kids.
So what's your take?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's fine.
Hey, do you guys think it's weird if I leave my kid in the car while I run
Yeah.
in?
The air conditioner's on.
I told her last night we went to go pick up poster board, and the parking lot was a nightmare. Oh no, poster board and cigars. So we go get poster board. It takes forever to find a spot. So I finally find a spot, and then we go to get cigars. I go, can you just circle? And she goes, I'm 15. I said, I don't really give a shit.
Who gives a fuck?
I
I'm
go,
from Florida.
yeah.
Remember?
I go, as long as you don't hit anything, I'm cool with it. And she goes, what about mom? I go, she doesn't need to know. And then as I go in to get the cigars, I go, I should probably hurry up because she has never driven. She's still not. She doesn't have her driver's license. She's just in a fucking Mercedes, looking over the steering wheel like, where are you guys going to eat today?
I don't know. We don't have any. Honestly, we got nothing planned. We have nothing. Do you have any good recs?
I don't know. I
Can I pee real quick? I'm literally gonna piss.
Go
on my
pee. Go
pants.
pee.
I'm
Go
so
pee. Go
sorry.
pee. We're wrapping up.
I never
Go
do
pee.
this. I'm sorry.
Well, that's it. You're fired. Hey, come on.
What's the matter?
That's how bad I have to pee.
Are you serious? Oh, you should have just pissed.
What are you nuts?
All right.
It's that low self-esteem.
Steve-O said, please tell the Are You Garbage guys I'll do their podcast anytime.
Hey, Steve-O.
I'm all over it. And let me know when you're done. I'm about to explode.
Awesome.
Oh.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that.
And then where should you go get something to eat today? Where are you guys staying? Are you staying in Hollywood?
Yeah, we're staying in Hollywood. We're staying at the Hollywood Tommy or whatever, Thompson Hotel or something like that. I don't know where it is.
I'll tell you where it is. I'll tell you what you should get. What are you guys looking for?
Anything. We haven't had any good.
Have you guys gone down to the beach at all?
No.
You should go down to the beach. Get a burger on the fucking boardwalk.
Yeah.
Just go down.
How far is that?
It's pretty far. I mean, it's not pretty far, but it's like 20.
Okay.
20
we'll do
minutes.
that. He can't do burgers though. We got him on a very.
Oh,
we also
wait.
do a thing called Fat Court, where he lost us $5,000 at the last Airbnb for getting kicked out in like the most insane way.
Yeah.
The guy have we showed you this picture or no? You
No.
didn't see the picture. I have to show you the picture. So the
Send
guy.
it to Halston so we can pull it up there. Can you do that?
Yeah, sure. The guy is such an asshole.
So wait, are you on a strict diet right now?
Strict dish.
I just ate an eclair in the bathroom.
I had a couple of
I
two
didn't
tree
have to pee.
cannolis.
I had a T-bone steak waiting in there. No, yeah, they got me on a tight leash, and there's money on the table.
What
So
is it?
hold on. I gotta give him the picture.
Wait, tell me yeah.
So we got kicked out of the Airbnb. All right, we've been doing Fat Court for
Just
for like a
recently
year.
or
This
last
was
time?
recently. This was in April.
Okay.
So I've been basically lying back and forth to fucking change the story on my weight and this and that. Supposed to be doing this.
I've been
Supposed
trying to
to be
keep him
doing
because
that.
we're like, dude, we're making some money. We got to keep your health. It's like,
It got down to where they started weighing me in every fucking week or every month.
Also, we have to buy a scale, and I'm like, give me a ballpark of what you think you're at, because there's limits on these things.
It's a veterinarian scale.
It's a veterinarian scale,
No.
dude. It's
Yeah.
stainless steel, so like dogs
It's like
don't
wake up
poop
at
on
that. Huh? So when I blow the money in when we get kicked out of the Airbnb because of me in LA, we
For
have to get
smoking
another one.
cigarettes.
So they decided to use that to get me to motivate me
Can
even
you
more.
send it to Halston?
Halston's iPhone is coming in. Yeah.
Halston, you got it?
Hold on. Don't pull it up just yet, though.
So
Tell Halston when to pull it up.
I will.
So I said like we get kicked out of the Airbnb. All
Hold
right.
on. No, I'm show. Okay. Yeah.
And then so they're going to use that money to make me weigh in every month.
So
But
here's the thing. He owes us $5,000. So we got kicked out of that one after one night and had to go get a new one. So I go, you cost the company $5,000.
Yeah.
And I go, and I know you don't have readily available $5,000.
who's got $5,000, man?
Oh, guy's right there.
Yeah. So he goes, so I go, listen, I'll get you can pay you back in installments. $1,200. It was $4,800. So $1,200 once a month for 4 months. But here's the deal. If you weigh in, we're going to weigh you now, and your payments are due on the 15th. If by the next 15th rolls around, you're not down, if you're down 5 pounds, you don't owe me the money. So now I'm paying them to to lose weight.
And the way we got busted was, as we got to the airport to go to this Airbnb, Kevin looked at the rules and regulations and saw this guy was a complete psycho.
It's like crazy.
Can't have
rules.
anybody over, sleep on the couch, $1,000 fine, shoes inside, $500 fine.
Crazy
No
shit.
smoking on the property at all. Fucking immediately kicked out, like $2,000.
How did he find out you were smoking?
So we go. So
because he's a fucking narc. As soon as we
He
walk in, he
is.
tells us to take our shoes off. He has a ring cam set up in the fucking back.
ring cams in the back,
whoa.
not in the house. Ring cams all on the property though.
So-
It's like fucking trip wires.
Well, he has. That's you shouldn't be able to do that.
Outside though, I guess it's like security or whatever.
But he's watching us.
So
we're
he
ripping
is.
Bernie's out in the street to try to be gentlemen,
which we're not allowed to do because it's Runyon Canyon and it's
which we
considered.
didn't know.
We didn't know.
It's a
Oh.
kooky town.
So
Yeah.
he hits me. He goes, "No smoking on the property," and he's being a dick. And we were supposed to record with Santino in the apartment. Like we got this big fucking house with a pool in the fucking hills or whatever, so we could
Yeah.
have like a studio, like build, do this and have guests over. He was like, I'm like, can I have a guest over for lunch? My cousin's in town. Like I made up a lie. Can he come over for lunch tomorrow? Absolutely not. You didn't read the rules. Calm, like this whole thing. So he goes, no smoking on the property. We're at the store. It's like, it's like me, him, Potter. We're all drinking and fuck. And it's like midnight. He goes, no smoking on the property. I go,
Second night we were there.
man, we've been walking to the fucking street, And I was like, this is also nuts. Like, what do you like? Get the fuck out of my face with this shit. I'm like, dude, we've been walking to the street. Here are the rules. I went and copied the rules. I said, it says no smoking on the property. We're respecting your rule. So we walk to the streets. He goes, well, there's no smoking on the street. I go, I didn't know that. I'm sorry. You have my word. It won't happen again. He goes, no smoking on the property. I go, hey, like now I'm like, hey, jerk off. We weren't
Like 5
smoking on the
times.
fucking property. And then this picture gets sent to me. No description, just this picture. Of that's in the driveway, Foley shirtless, 400 pounds with a cig in his mouth.
Allegedly.
And Josh Potter goes, that could be anybody. Yeah. So we wake up in the morning. He goes, you got to get yourself and get off the premise. I'm dealing with Airbnb. I'm like, this is fucking nuts. I'm like, he's just like, he was a crazy guy. So then we made shirts to try to get some of the money back with that picture on it.
Wait, I want to find out where this Airbnb is because I want to rent it. And I just want to just fucking smoke a cigar in the house.
Well, that's what we thought. We thought this guy puts these rules in there like that in the fine print to like scare away fucking influencers and stuff like that, so they're not throwing like crazy parties.
Yeah.
Because the backyard, it's a fucking sick backyard.
Really?
Like hot tub, fountain into the
Are
pool.
we allowed to drink there?
Yeah, but like absolutely no glassware or
glass.
glass bottle. It was like the list of
the
rules.
fuck?
Was,
Yeah, it was like
wild.
staying at your aunt's or something.
Yeah,
like
it
that.
fucking sucked. But we got
That's-
kicked out and ended up getting a better, it wasn't as nice, but place with a pool. It was, more comfortable. Like I felt like you were staying in like
How much was it per night? Do you remember?
the first one? I mean, it was about $5,000 for like, so it was maybe like $900 a night, $1,000 a night or something like that for the
Okay.
4 nights.
Long story short, I got us in a $5,000 hole. Now they fucking got me in their pocket with the
Yeah,
lizard
he
weight.
can-
so I can't touch a mozzarella stick.
So you're working out every day?
Yeah, I have a trainer. Not every day. There's a schedule.
Yeah.
I see him once a week. When we go back
For lunch.
get a Reuben. When we go back in July and we have the month and a half off, I'm gonna triple down, do 3 days a week with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, try to.
He's doing
take-
really good. He didn't have to make the first payment, put it that way.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah,
there's
I've
another
had
way
a-
coming soon.
I've had a hard time with losing weight, like a really hard time.
Yeah, I'm putting
And
it on.
And I'm working out like crazy. I'm working out. I worked out this morning at 7:30 or 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Worked out hard as fuck. I'll show you my workout when we get done, and you go, "Oh, that really is a tough workout." My problem.
What'd you have for breakfast?
I haven't eaten yet.
Really?
Yeah, so I intermittent fast as long as I can. So right now it's 1:05. So I didn't eat. I stopped eating last night at 7:30.
So what's the poison? What's getting you? What's got you? Something's got their hold
Weekends.
When you slip up, you slip
on
up.
you. Skittles? What is it?
Weekends.
Skittles? What's got
No
you?
weekends.
Yikes.
So like I'm good. Like right now, I had some of the whiskey and then I stopped and I go, I feel good. I'll have a cigar. And then I'm like, maybe I'll have a drink later. But I'm really good if I have stuff to do. I can actually manage my brain and not fucking lose control. I mean lose control like with everything. And
Yeah.
so.
But here's the thing: when you do well, and you have access to that, you would think that the more the wealthier you get, you have everything's organic and better options.
No.
But you have the ability to order a fucking 5-pound lobster for lunch or something like that, and 75 oysters.
But it's also your schedule's nuts. And like I do the same thing. I know you do. It's like reward. Like I was on 4 flights this week. I'm having the fucking bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich or whatever.
So we had 65 people over here for a brunch.
Damn.
Saturday morning.
Damn, you get it catered?
Yeah, get it catered.
Oh man, I bet you throws down.
Oh, dude, 12 pounds of bacon.
Woo! Any eggs Benny on that that lineup?
Quiches,
Ooh.
pastries,
Ooh.
lox and bagels.
All
Love
right.
it. Love it.
But mimosas. And so everyone says, who wants a mimosa? And then a mimosa turns into a rosé,
Mhm.
and then a rosé turns into a Bloody Mary, and
Just
then a
gets
Bloody Mary
stiffer and
turns into a
stiffer.
vodka.
Mhm.
And by the way, I'm pretty good at handling my booze. So I'm totally cool.
Are you hosting this? Are you,
I'm hosting it.
you
It's here.
mixing and mingling, going
I'm
around?
hosting. I'm making cocktails for everyone. And then we go to a graduation that night.
You're bartending?
Yeah. Oh, I'm walking around in my workout clothes. I didn't even get dressed up for it.
But you got people there, bartending.
Yeah, we got people there,
All right,
but I'm like, I'm having a good time, and then we go to the graduation, and then we go to the graduation and not stone sober, but like took a nap, stone sober for the graduation. Enough.
Sure.
I don't think stone sober's the right
Stone
word.
sober is not the right word.
Take a 20-minute
Yeah.
nap. I'm good.
Priest sober.
Sure.
And so I go to the graduation. We have a great time. We go to dinner that night out at Larson's. We get a huge private room, 21 people. And my dad's next to me, and I'm drinking martinis, and I have a steak, and I'm doing good with the food, but you think you're doing good with the food, but because when I'm drinking, I have a little appetizer here,
And
an appetizer there, and a
yeah.
little something there, and
Piece of
something
cheese
here.
with the sip of wine.
Yeah, and then I eat the stuffed olives with the blue cheese, and then I wake up the next morning and I'm hungover, and Leanne's like, "Hey, we got to take my dad to the airport," and we take her dad to this. We have this really nice entrance we do.
Yeah, we talked about. You told us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we take her dad
Oh,
in
you
there.
did that for him?
Yeah, we did that for him.
Is that the first time he's done that for him?
He's never done it.
Oh, that's awesome.
But in order to do it, I had to be there, you know, because it's part of the gig. That's
Sure.
my membership. So
Talk about father-in-law approval right there.
Dude, he was
That's a flex.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He was hands in his pocket. I mean, like I can't explain what an he's like just an old boy, like an old redneck, like an old school redneck, and he just hands in his. I mean, phone on his in a charger thing on the or like
On the
little
hip?
hip
Nice.
thing.
That's
he,
old school shit.
He always in his pockets. He always has a pocket knife, a set of pliers, and a screwdriver. Always in his pocket.
Man.
So, but they're not in there now. He's just got his hands in his pocket, and he's just head down, shaking his head, just going, "Boy, I never thought I'd see something like this." Like just over and over and over.
Love
again.
that.
But I go in there, and obviously it's catered, and there's fucking, and I have a fucking cold beer, and then another cold beer, and then a bottle of white wine, and then next thing you know, and then my parents are like, "Hey, there's a party at 4. You want to come by, have a drink?" And it's the weekend, and I have nothing to do, and then that's when food gets away. And then Leanne and I ended up going to an Italian restaurant, and I ordered 4 fucking meals. Jesus. And then you wake up and you're like, okay, my blood pressure's 160 over 110. I'm fucking, I've gained weight this weekend. I got to get back on the track. So this week I'll be fine.
Yeah.
But that
you could be down 7 pounds at the end of the week or whatever, but then the weekend comes and
because I have nothing to do. I'm good with a schedule. Without a schedule, I just
I'm actually better on the road than I am at home. But I love that you're a second entree guy, just for everybody to share. Whatever. Come on, it's so nice.
Oh, Leanne and I went to dinner.
So nice.
Oh, it's just so nice to have a little extra.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is a shrimp linguine, like a shrimp. Is it shrimp scampi?
Okay.
Shrimp scampi with a steak.
Sure.
So you get the shrimp scampi and you just put it in between whoever you're next to, who they got a steak, and just go. It's for both of us.
Are you? Would you, if you had shrimp scampi and steak, would you take a couple shrimp and put it on the plate with the steak? And would they go together in a bite? Would you cut a little piece of meat?
No, I like to separate my foods.
Interesting.
You know what I found is I've been
I would have
ordering.
guessed 100% you were a cross biter.
I'm as a matter of fact, I may eat one thing, then eat another thing, guy.
That's sociopath shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were crazy.
Do you bite and so then you don't bite and sip? If you bite like a cheesesteak or like a burrito, and
You
then
got to be a
take
bite and
sip
sip
of like
guy.
a Diet Coke.
You have to be.
No,
We just said a piece of cheese, a sip of wine.
No. I'm good with that. So here's what's crazy about my entree work lately.
my entree work.
His portfolio.
I've been not eating a lot of entrees. Like I got a steak at Larson's. I got the filet, and I took maybe 2 bites, and then I pushed it forward, and I go, I'm done. I took maybe 2 bites, and then I start drinking, but I'm done because my acid reflux is really bad. So in a weird way, I'm scared of food. but I saw like push food away.
Are you pushing it away because like, okay, I ate half, that's it?
I ate that. Yeah.
That's a movie star move. I saw Jamie Foxx do that when I waited on him one time.
Really?
Ate half of a shrimp enchilada. Everything that they ordered, they only ate like a little bit.
Yeah.
Real classy.
I did that. I've been doing that a lot lately. So
I ate the rest of it in the back. Oh, yeah. You don't think I'm eating Jamie Foxx's shrimp enchilada?
that guy's clean.
No, he's awesome.
He's real clean.
He's gorgeous.
He tests all his women.
Be all right.
Yeah, I've been just the food gets away from me. Like yesterday morning was great. Yesterday afternoon was great, and then at dinner we have Italian food with all George's friends, and it turns into a party.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't do too bad with the meal, but it's not perfect.
Yeah.
I'm
It's tough,
working out
dude.
twice a day. I do.
I'd imagine you're later on, if you bring something back or if there's something in the fridge, you're knocking that. You're not, before you have your little treat at night, you're knocking back like, a half a thing of chicken francaise or something like that.
So
Cold from the fridge.
I'll tell you what I've been doing.
That's where it gets me.
I've been eating a meal before dinner sometimes,
Oh yeah.
thinking that'll slow me down at dinner.
Doesn't.
It's just too dinner.
That was the thing, like in college, you're like, let's get all fucked up before we go out so we don't drink when we're out and we'll save money. And then you're just like, when that does, then you just get twice as fucked up. Yeah.
I'm a fucking mess. Like
That's awesome.
Yeah, we went to, before we went out to the steak dinner at Larson's, we were getting ready to go to the thing, and I said, I'm going to eat something before graduation so that I don't eat a dinner.
Mhm.
But I still eat a dinner,
Yeah.
and then I push away a steak. By the way, there's also some pasta, and I've had fucking, we got a seafood tower.
Yeah, I didn't
fucked
believe
up
you for a
seafood
second. You
tower.
took 2 bites of steak.
I ate a fucking dozen oysters.
Yeah.
Let's just be very clear.
Yeah.
Let's be very clear. Bleep out the price. My bill was, my dad's next to me, and then my dad's judging me. He's like, buddy, you're tearing through money. And I was like, Dad, I can afford this. It's George's graduation party.
Yeah, sure. We got it.
But
yeah.
But so today, what are you doing for food today? Because now I'm thinking, what am I going to do for food?
We got nothing. We got nothing planned. We got nothing.
Yeah, we're
We
chilling.
don't have any. We
gotta
don't
eat-
have to be
Chilling
anywhere
till
till
the
8.
show.
We gotta be healthy. So what do you do? Do you like sushi?
I love sushi.
There's great sushi. There's great sushi.
Saw Carl's Jr. not too far from here either. I'll tell you that.
Well, I'll tell you. Have you had In-N-Out?
Nah.
No,
I missed the window.
he missed it. He's had enough burgers.
I've had a hamburger.
Hold on.
I've had a burger.
He's actually disciplined where he probably wouldn't want to do it. Like he's a month in. He's reconditioned at this point where
Okay.
I don't think he would. Honestly, I don't think he would pull the trigger.
I mean, if you fell asleep right now,
You hit me with a trank dart. I go out.
In-N-Out burger is
me and Bert quietly stepped out of here.
the fucking move.
I'm in. Whatever. I even told you like we were going out to lunch with Timmy, and I'm like, hey man, I'm not going to break your stones.
'cause
You got to
I-
have the lunch.
Because I was about to go, Peter, have you eaten? I was about to go, what if we just all go get In-N-Out burger right now?
I would do
I
it.
worked
I'm
out.
down.
I worked hard. I worked out hard today.
Sure,
Like,
of
this
course.
is the,
Yeah, don't throw it away.
Yeah, don't throw it away.
but they're really good.
I'm sure. I'm in. I'm
He's
down for
putting it
whatever.
on us. Look at it with the puppy dog eyes.
Is there good Mexican?
time-
we haven't
what
had
time is-
we haven't had or whatever.
You haven't had good Mexican?
Not this trip, right? I don't think so.
I had a breakfast burrito this morning. It was pretty good.
What's good to eat around here? Sharky's not the best Mexican. There's a great hot chicken place around here. You guys want to go get lunch?
Sure.
Yeah.
Peter, Halston, you up for lunch? Halston's a vegan. Andrew's a vegan. You guys want to go get lunch?
I still have to
Did you
eat.
pick up
I'm
Isla?
still a human being.
Okay. All right, let's wrap this up. Let's go eat. You guys want to go eat?
Yeah.
Love it.
All right. What time's John Christ? 3? Yeah, we have time, right? Yeah. All right. Hey, let's go eat.
Cool.
Love
All
it.
right, awesome.
Peace.